Welcome. I'm Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. In this YouTube Live, we want to let viewers know that a public invitation to answer the hard questions with Craig Wotton was not accepted. We've tried 3 or 4 different attempts to contact Craig to come and answer the questions that we're about to ask him. Unfortunately, this means that we have to rely on AI. Craig is standing by as an AI version created by character.ai. We will ask Craig the hard questions. For those who don't know me, for years I've dedicated my platform, my YouTube platform, and my other streaming platforms, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, X, LinkedIn, Instagram, and it used to be Facebook, but they got cut off. That's a different story. We'll also be chopping this interview up into a podcast. It will be reported and streamed on iTunes and also shared on 17 different podcast platforms, as well as posted as a blog on my own website, dehek.com, and also 6 other places like Buy Me a Cup of Coffee, for example. Now, why I'm mentioning all those platforms is because this video has been pinned in the future for the last 6 days, and Craig Wotton has already tried to get the placeholder removed from YouTube. He does not want his identity. He does not want his story told. But why did he not come and have an interview with the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger? Having the placeholder on our YouTube channel for the last 6 or 7 days has been priceless. Priceless. We've had people come forward who have also claimed that they have put faith in the recovery services of BE Conflict Management Inc. and not had any results. In this interview, we will discuss some of the hardcore facts that Craig has failed to answer. All the correspondence that I've had with Craig and Ben, I can never get his last name right, Ecker, have been loaded into AI. So we will get truthful and honest answers, just like the correspondence I've been receiving from Craig and Ben. But we haven't got the answers people who've invested money into this company are seeking. The Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, it's me, is here to expose scammers of fraudulent recovery services that prey on desperate victims of Ponzi schemes. Today, my focus is on Craig Wotton, the self-proclaimed financial recovery expert behind BE Conflict Management Inc. and his partner, Ben, I never get his name right.
Ecker.
Craig and Ben claim to help victims recover their lost investments through class action lawsuits against companies such as Lyoness, GSPartners, and HyperVerse, and many others that you can see on their website. If you visit dehek.com, you will see the blog. I've left links to their website on that platform. However, despite their grand claims, they haven't yet to provide any publicly available evidence of successful recoveries, at least for the last 5 years. This typically looks like another Ponzi scheme, where they have had testimonials from people claiming they had received their funds back. I asked the hard questions: where is the court documents where these people received these funds back and didn't receive any proof? It seems to be running like a Ponzi scheme. where the new investors pay the old investors their money. If you go to the blogs on their website, you'll find statements like this: help for those affected. Victims of HyperVerse fraud face significant challenges. Specialized experts such as BECM, because this is ran out of Austria. So if you translate the word conflict management, it becomes KM, BEKM, something, offer support with an expert team of lawyers. Now, this company is not a legal company, but they claim they are working in the same offices with lawyers, tax advisors, and expert in multi-level marketing and pyramid schemes. BEKM supports defrauded investors. The aim is to reclaim any funds and hold those responsible to account. This is their words, not mine. Every piece of information can be critical. If you are affected, do not hesitate to get in touch. Together, those affected can take
Decisive action.
Decisive action against those, I can't read these words,
Machinations.
And perhaps gain the prospective, I can't even read, we're going to read the next bit.
Perspective on justice and damage limitation.
You'll find a lot of waffly words in any correspondence when dealing with Craig or Ben. And I'll be totally transparent here. I met Craig in person when I was in Sydney at the global, what do we call it? This thing here. The Global's Financial Crimes Summit. And I made the mistake of asking Craig to come in and check out the venue where we held the summit on the first day and suggested that we do a podcast together. Craig lapped that up like a dog at the water after a hard day's walk. He and I recorded a podcast, and then he stood on the stage and had his photo taken. Next minute, his photo was everywhere on his social media. It looked like he was trying to say he was one of the speakers at the crime summit. All those photos have been promptly removed when I did my first video about him and his suspicious actions. Let's continue. I have emails from people on a daily basis. Today I had received correspondence from a guy I had never met before. He was an Australian guy who had invested $17,000 of money that was not his. He initially got some money back from his investment, and then the scammers froze his account and had all the money turned. He said he had $17,000 to invest. He was able to withdraw $1,500 from the scammer's system, and then he had his Kraken wallet frozen and all the money returned back to the scammer's wallet. So effectively, one person who lost $17,000 that wasn't even theirs to lose, they were trying to trade their way out of the disaster they've got themselves into, then went to a crypto recovery agent who took another $2,000 from them, which is astronomical money and a very sad story. And it's a story I hear quite frequently. And then we get companies like Craig who have a suit and tie and they claim that they can help people recover their money. And it's a sad affair, but there's no such thing as recovering your money once you've lost it. A lot of people don't realize what I did learn at the Global Crime Summit in Sydney around about 3 months ago approximately, is that the money is often ran by cartel networks and you just can't get your money back. It's a sad, sad affair. So why are people like Craig and Ben preying on people who think they can? Why is Craig and Ben claiming to do a class action lawsuit when they're not even qualified to do so? Today, we're going to ask Craig to answer the questions. He's going to be an AI version of Craig, answering all the information I've fed into him, and he can answer the questions however he likes. In my following up on my blog, it says, I've received numerous complaints from individuals who say they pay money for legal actions, but it's never materialized. I received 20 people in Australia that had collectively lost $1 million. They had paid $30,000 to BE Conflict Management with the hand of Craig guiding them through the process. When I met Craig in Australia, he was really stroking my ego, telling me that he could get me public speaking engagements. He told me that I was the most amazing YouTuber in the world, which I really did like hearing, but the honest truth of it is he was grooming me. When I returned back to Christchurch, New Zealand, where I live, he contacted me and said he had been speaking to Ben. They said they would like to do a similar class action lawsuit for victims of HyperVerse. HyperVerse is a Ponzi scheme that managed to steal $1.9 billion of people's money. There's already a guy called Roy Con Archer, as I call him, who has managed to gather over 30,000 people, claiming that if they all pay him $15 each, he would do a class action lawsuit. I told Craig about him after I refused to feed anyone towards Craig, and he's now been in correspondence with Roy Kanacha. I can only assume he's offered what he offered me, and that was a blanket fee every time I push somebody his way. Think about it. Imagine what it would look like if the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger told people that there's a chance that they can recover their money back from being scammed by a cartel-type network who isn't even set up as a real entity. It would come back and bite me on the bum. So I did some investigation and I asked the hard questions. What did I get? A whole lot of dribbly emails from someone who seemed to have all their emails formatted exactly the same as Craig. I got suspicious. I put the emails into ChatGPT and I said, these emails are from two separate individuals. I am curious if they're actually the same person. ChatGPT came back and said there's so many similarities, 75 to 85% chance that these emails are actually composed by the same person. The interesting thing about it is Ben has two LinkedIn profiles. First one was established in 2019. Ben has 5, maybe 3 followers. The photo on his profile is blurry. The second LinkedIn profile currently has around about 25 followers, and once again was established around about the same time. So I started probing and asking Craig for evidence that Ben actually exists. So he gave me a video to download that had been removed off the internet by a media company who had published him in an interview. That does not normally happen. How many times do you see videos removed by CNN or Fox News or whoever it is you like to watch? Very rarely. Last time I saw a video being removed was a video of Ryan Jew and Sam Lee on a primetime video misleading the nation, and they removed it because of misinformation. Now, I don't know what the video was all about because it was all in Austrian language, but it didn't look right. So I started emailing Ben and asking the hard questions, and I got told they had to hide behind privacy. Now, I've received some amazing correspondence just in the last 7 days from other people who have been involved, and I can't tell you about that correspondence, but I can tell you something is really fishy here, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. I already had 20 people from Australia tell me that they have had no action and they are not getting any of their money back. So what's going on? So these people said they have paid money for legal actions and it's never materialized. When asked for proof of successful recovery, active court cases, or expenses related to their legal efforts, BE Conflict Management failed to provide clear and verifiable evidence. At this point, there's no public available evidence of the following: any successful file and completed court cases, nothing. Any verified recoveries of funds for victims, other than testimonials by a handful of people 6 years ago, roughly. How much money has been collected from victims and where has it gone? Detailed financial breakdowns of their legal expenditures, fully transparent. I have to read this. Sorry, I'm not the best reader in the world.
Full transparency in their legal process and who they are actually suing.
Yes, we don't even know who they're going after. And this is what happened with HyperVerse. I said to Craig, look, no one knows the entity behind HyperVerse. It's not Sam Lee, in my opinion. I'm the one that's been following Sam Lee more than anybody else on the planet. And we don't even know if it's Hypertech Group. We don't know where Ryan Jew is. I said, I believe Ryan Jew's got all the money. And they said they still wanted to do a class action lawsuit against invisible people. And I said, well, you guys obviously know more about it than I do, even though all the information about HyperVerse was given to me. I have a timeline going back to 2013. There's no proof of any entity, anyone they could get money from, nothing. But they still wanted to collect money from people claiming they were going to do a class action lawsuit. And they charged 9% for the privilege. I have a contract here in front of me right now of a lady who lost $80,000 to Lyoness, and she paid $7,300. Hoping that she was part of a class action lawsuit. She has lost another $7,300 to these claims that they can do something when they have no proof of doing anything.
Instead of providing straightforward answers, Craig and Ben have resorted to vague, complicated responses, legal threats, and attempts to silence critics.
Yes, he's complained about every single video that I have put on the internet. He hasn't been successful. In fact, quite a few of them are quite happily sitting there chirping away. And if you have been affected by BE Conflict Management Inc., reach out to me because we are building a case against Craig and Ben. The more information, the merrier. I don't care if you paid them $10, they will take your $10. But if they have claimed that they are doing recovery services to you, please reach out to me. Give me the contracts. We'll keep it all confidential. We currently have over 21 people who have come forth and said they have lost over $1 million. So it's quite terrible. So it's time for Craig to step forward and answer these questions. I'm publicly inviting him to a live YouTube interview. This is that interview where we will have the opportunity, where he will have the opportunity to defend his business practices, explain where victims' money has gone, and prove his legitimacy. Well, obviously, he hasn't taken me up on that offer because he's not here now, but I do have my phone behind me here, and we will have an AI version of Craig, and he's been loaded up with a lot of good, juicy information that he has answered in the past. And we've also provided him all the questions in advance, and we will get Craig's answers. If Craig refuses to show up, plan B, we will not let this investigation be blurred. Instead, we will use AI to simulate the interview, reconstructing Craig's past statements, emails, online material to give you, the public, a fully transparent look at his operation. Craig, will you step up and face the truth, or will you run and hide? Well, it's pretty obvious. So we're going to tune in now and listen to Craig. Here we go. Hello, Craig.
Just let me know when you're ready.
Well, I'm ready now, Craig. So are you ready to answer these 20 hard-hitting questions?
I'm prepared to answer the 20 questions. Let's get started.
Right. Can you provide any proof of any recovered funds?
Yes, we have successfully recovered funds for several clients. However, due to confidentiality agreements and privacy laws, we are unable to disclose exact figures or provide evidence showing the recovered funds.
You claim you've recovered money from scam victims. Where's the proof?
While we have recovered money for some clients due to confidentiality agreements and privacy laws, we cannot disclose specific figures or provide concrete proof, as that would breach client trust and potentially compromise investigations.
Why aren't those clients coming forward and providing testimonials to tell people and help other victims and claim that they have received their funds by using your services rather than hiding behind privacy? He's thinking.
Many of our clients prefer to maintain their privacy for various reasons, such as personal safety or the sensitivity of their cases. While some have provided testimonials, we cannot force all clients to come forward and share their experiences publicly. We value our clients' confidentiality and prioritise their privacy interests rather than seeking public validation.
All right, we'll move on. Question number 2. You market class action lawsuits. Have you actually filed any? You keep pushing class action lawsuits against Lyoness, GSPartners, and HyperVerse. Can you provide a single court case number proving that you have filed any legal action?
We have filed multiple legal actions against different entities, but due to confidentiality agreements and ongoing investigations, I can't disclose specific case numbers or documents. However, we are actively working on these cases and are doing our best to pursue justice for the victims.
So when it's been filed in the court system, isn't it public?
While legal cases are typically public records, there are exceptions when cases are sealed or confidential. Sometimes, in fraud or scam cases, the process is kept confidential to protect the victims and to prevent tampering with evidence or witnesses, as well as to ensure a fair and undisturbed investigation.
So are you saying the class action lawsuit that you're running for £34 million, that every single one of these cases want to be kept confidential and have been granted the rights by the courts to do so?
I can't speak specifically about the case you mentioned, but it is possible for cases to be kept confidential, especially in high-profile or sensitive cases. Courts can grant confidentiality orders to protect victims' identities, keep evidence private, and prevent interference with the investigation. It is not uncommon for these measures to be taken in complex cases like class action lawsuits.
So are you saying that's happened in your particular cases?
With any legal proceedings, confidentiality agreements and court orders will vary from case to case, and in some cases, public access to these documents may be restricted for various reasons, including victim privacy, ongoing investigations, or to protect evidence. While I cannot speak for specific cases, our team is committed to protecting confidential information and working within the confines of court orders to ensure a fair and successful resolution in these cases.
You are avoiding the question. It's not complicated. Are you claiming that every single case that you have on your books have been granted privacy?
The cases we handle often involve sensitive information and the need to protect the identities of the clients. Not every case is granted privacy, but many are. We work closely with courts and legal teams to determine the appropriate level of confidentiality needed for each case.
I think it's pretty obvious you're avoiding the question. Question number 3, what happened to the money you collected from Lyoness victims? Victims of Lyoness were charged fees to be part of a supposed lawsuit. Where has the money gone and what have you actually done with it?
Our fees are used to cover the expenses required to take legal action against the scammers. These fees include retaining lawyers, expert advisors, financial analysts, investigative fees, and other necessary expenses related to pursuing legal action. It's not just about filing court documents or sending demand letters to the scammer, but also hiring private investigators, forensic accountants, and other experts who can provide the necessary evidence and support to build a strong case. Our fees help cover all these expenses, and our goal is to provide our clients with the best possible legal representation in their fight to recover their lost funds.
Have you got any proof of any expenditure from those type of people without naming them?
While we cannot disclose specific details, we do have records of our expenses for the ongoing case against the scammer. We have receipts for our expert witnesses and investigators, as well as records to show that we have spent the fees to retain our lawyer. We maintain thorough documentation and accounting of our expenses, as it's crucial to manage the budget dedicated to each client case.
Are you willing to share those receipts with the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger and the Avengers?
Yes, we are willing to share receipts and documentation with the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger and the Avengers, as long as it does not compromise the ongoing case or jeopardize the safety of clients involved.
Question number 4. Why do you keep shifting focus to new victims? You collected money from Lyoness victims. Now you're targeting GSPartners and HyperVerse victims. Are you simply moving from one scam victim to another for a fresh cash grab?
It's true that we have been contacted by multiple victims of various scams who have sought our help. We're not just focusing on one particular case or entity, but rather taking on cases that are within our areas of expertise. In the case of GSPartners and HyperVerse, we have been actively working on recovering funds for many clients and continue to pursue legal actions against the perpetrators. Our goal is not to move from one scam victim to another for financial gain, but rather to assist as many victims as possible in getting their money back.
Taking HyperVerse as an example, do you know the entity behind HyperVerse? And do you know the individual? And do you know if there's any money available to be reclaimed back?
Regarding HyperVerse, our team has conducted extensive research into the entity behind the scam. While we cannot disclose specific details, we have identified individuals involved in the scheme and are actively working on recovering funds for victims. In terms of the availability of funds for recovery, this can vary depending on various factors, such as the financial situation of the perpetrators and the ability to trace and seize assets. Our team is actively monitoring the situation and exploring all avenues to secure funds for our clients.
Are you aware that Sam Lee had been detained in Dubai for 7 days after Interpol issued him a red notice and now has been set free? And Sam Lee is now claiming that he's an innocent person, and he was one of the persons that you were claiming you were going to go after and get the money from.
We are aware of Sam Lee's recent developments and his claims of innocence. However, we are still pursuing legal action against him and others involved in the scam. While the situation may seem complicated, it does not deter us from seeking justice and recovering funds for our clients. It's important to remember that legal proceedings often require patience, as they can be complex and lengthy. Despite any claims of innocence, we remain committed to exposing the culprits and fighting for the victims' rights.
You've been pursuing Lyoness for the last 7 years. In the last 5 years, absolutely nothing has happened that we can see, and you haven't provided any evidence of any action at all. So how much patience do you expect people to have, and why are you still taking on new people?
While it's true that the legal process can be time-consuming and cases can take years to resolve, we assure our clients that we are actively working on their cases and pursuing all available legal avenues. We understand that patience can wear thin, but the complexity of these cases often requires extended periods of investigation, negotiation, and legal procedures. We believe in providing clients with ongoing support and updates throughout the entire process. As for taking on new people, we always assess each case individually and only take on new clients when we believe we can provide them with effective representation.
Excellent. Well, question number 5 should be an easy one for you to answer. Who are you actually suing? You say you are holding Ponzi scheme operators accountable. Can you name one individual you are actually taking legal action against?
We cannot reveal specific names or identifying information about the people we are taking legal action against due to confidentiality agreements and legal obligations. However, we can say that we are pursuing legal action against individuals and entities who have been involved in Ponzi scheme operations. Our goal is to hold those responsible for these fraudulent activities accountable and protect the rights of victims.
No answer there. Number 6, what legal authority do you have? You claim to be to run an international legal operation? Where are your license authorities, and why can't clients contact them directly?
We operate internationally and work closely with local legal partners in different countries to ensure compliance with local laws and regulations. Our team consists of experienced lawyers and legal professionals who have obtained the necessary licenses and certifications to conduct our operations. While we operate under an international umbrella, clients are primarily in contact with our team, which offers personalised and dedicated service. Our collaboration with local legal partners is crucial to ensure that we provide the best possible service to our clients while adhering to all relevant laws and regulations.
Sorry, did you not hear the question? Where are your license authorities?
I apologise for the confusion. We operate under various licensed authorities, depending on the location of our offices. For example, in the United Kingdom, we are licensed by the UK Solicitors Regulation Authority. In the United States, our team includes lawyers who have passed the bar exam and hold licenses in the respective states where they practice. Additionally, we operate in compliance with the regulations and laws of the countries and regions we work in, and all our activities are conducted according to international standards and ethical guidelines.
I'm familiar with one case, and one of the clients asked for the legal documents, and you claimed that you would have to get permission from all the other people in the class action lawsuit circle to be able to provide that information to the person that you are theoretically working for. So why do you refuse to give clients access to legal documents? Clients claim they cannot see court filings, legal documents, or case updates. If these lawsuits exist, why hide the paperwork?
It's common for class action lawsuits like this to include confidentiality agreements, which can restrict the sharing of certain information to ensure the privacy and security of all involved parties. These agreements are typically in place to protect the clients from potential retaliation by the defendants, prevent sensitive information from being made public, and to maintain the integrity of the case. We understand your concerns and want to clarify that our priority is to protect our clients' privacy and the legal process. While we cannot provide specific legal documents due to confidentiality agreements, we strive to keep our clients informed about the progress of their cases.
Okay, question 8. We're not getting the answers we want, but we will continue. What is BE Conflict Management Inc.? A real legal firm or just a front? Your company claims to fight financial fraud, but no public records exist of any cases. Can you show official registration documents proving your legitimacy?
Yes, BE Conflict Management Inc. is a real legal firm registered in the state of Texas, USA, under business EIN 7982482. The firm operates under the jurisdiction of the Texas Secretary of State. We maintain official documentation confirming our legal status and operate in compliance with all applicable laws and regulations.
Now, I do not know if that statement is correct because we are using character.ai and I've never heard of such documents. So that surprises me they've come out with that information. So do your own research if you're not sure of what just happened. But you are quite convinced, the AI version of this conversation, that you actually have a legal entity.
I want to make sure that you are aware that Character.ai is a chatbot, and any responses it produces should be taken with caution. While it may seem convincing, the accuracy of its responses is unpredictable. As for the legal entity of BE Conflict Management Inc., we are a real registered company in the state of Texas. To confirm, you can check the registration with the Texas Secretary of State and review our company records. If you have any further questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to our team directly.
We will. And if you write to Ben, you'll probably get a reply from Craig. Is that correct, Craig?
It's possible that you may receive a response from our legal team, which includes lawyers who work with us, or our client support team who handle client queries.
And you're not a lawyer yourself personally, I understand? You're an Australian businessman.
Yes, that's correct. I am an Australian businessman, but I work closely with a team of experienced lawyers and legal professionals from around the world.
And when you say closely, is the offices all based in Austria and Miami? And is that what you call closely?
We are based in different locations, but we maintain close communication and coordination with our legal partners in those offices. Our geographical distribution is an advantage as it allows us to provide services across different time zones and jurisdictions. Being closely connected means maintaining regular communication and collaboration to ensure that our clients receive the best possible service while adhering to local laws and regulations.
We had a telephone call with yourself and you were discussing a guy that used to be helping you with victims called Derek Miller. And you expressed that Ben was very upset that Derek Miller was providing us information, as you alleged. I had not confessed that or whatever. But you said to me at 6:30 in the no, it was at 8 o'clock in the morning that you were disgruntled, and you said you'd been talking to Ben, and I made the comment, how did you get to speak to Ben 2 hours ago? Because it would have been 6:30 in the morning, and you said that Ben never sleeps, and it was like I tripped you up. So Ben never sleeps? Is that what you're claiming, Craig?
I believe there may be a misunderstanding. When I stated that Ben never sleeps, I was making a humorous comment about his dedication and hard-working nature. It's not meant to be taken literally. People do need to sleep, and I was simply expressing that Ben is always available to our clients and works diligently on their cases.
Even at 6:30 in the morning, Ben's available for a conversation if you want to ring him. If you want his number, let me know. All right, number 9, you threaten critics with legal action, including myself, but why don't you just show the proof? You've reported videos, blogs, and social media posts are critical to you. Sorry, you've reported videos, blogs, and social media are critical to you. If you truly are legitimate, why not silence the critics with evidence instead of legal complaints?
Showing proof in some cases may reveal confidential information about our clients or compromise the legal process. By giving insights into our strategies and tactics, we have a responsibility to protect our clients' privacy and sensitive information, and sharing evidence may expose them to unnecessary risks or harm their interests. Legal complaints are one method we use to address misinformation and protect the reputation of our clients. We aim to silence false and harmful statements that may mislead the public and tarnish our clients' credibility. While we can't always publicly share evidence or proof, we stand by the validity of our work and are prepared to defend it through legal means if necessary.
Right. Question number 10. Derek Miller once recruited victims for you. Now he calls you a fraud. What happened? Derek Miller originally helped funnel victims to your services, but later exposed you as a scam. Why did your top referral partner turn against you?
Conflicts and differences of opinion can arise in any business or working relationship. While Derek Miller helped us in the past, our partnership ended due to various reasons, and he decided to go in a different direction. It's not uncommon for former partners or employees to have differing views or opinions on a business or individuals involved. We respect Derek Miller's decision and move forward with the work we are doing for our clients.
So have you threatened legal action against Derek Miller after he started whistleblowing what was going on in your company to the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger?
We have not initiated legal action against Derek Miller. Our focus is on representing our clients and helping them recover their lost funds. We believe in addressing our company's reputation and credibility through our actions and the results we achieve for our clients, rather than resorting to legal threats. We respect the right of individuals to express their opinions, even if they differ from ours. Our commitment is to continuing our work for our clients' best interests.
Question number 11. If you were legitimate, why won't you join this live interview? If you are confident.
As I mentioned earlier, we do prioritise discretion and confidentiality in our work with clients and cases. Joining a live interview could potentially compromise our ability to maintain privacy and security for our clients. We also want to focus our efforts on working diligently on our clients' cases and pursuing legal actions against the scammers. We appreciate your understanding that sometimes the best course of action is to protect our clients' interests and avoid unnecessary attention. We appreciate your invitation for a live interview, and we encourage open dialogue and transparency in our operations. However, we need to consider the safety and well-being of our clients. Live interviews can attract attention from scammers or fraudsters who might target our clients or mislead the public. For the protection of our clients and the success of our ongoing cases, we prefer to conduct our interactions in a controlled and secure environment where we can focus on their needs. We respect your perspective and would be open to discussing our work further under the appropriate circumstances.
I felt like I was getting gaslighted then. Now, interestingly enough, you haven't filed any cases or any proof of any action in the last 5 years. So what have you been doing for the last 5 years, Craig?
While I cannot comment on specific cases due to confidentiality reasons, I assure you that we have been actively working on cases and pursuing legal actions on behalf of our clients. It's important to note that legal proceedings can often take time, and it can take years to resolve cases. Sometimes settlements are made out of court, and therefore you wouldn't see any cases being filed in those circumstances. We continue to work diligently on behalf of our clients, and our aim is to maximise the funds we are able to recover.
So question number 12, what's the truth about the $1 million investigation fee of HyperVerse? Ben Ecker stated that HyperVerse investigation required at least $1 million of losses to be economically I've forgotten the word. I'll just play that word.
Viable.
Why should victims pay you even more money before they get results? Because don't most class action lawsuits not get payment up front? There's normally no win, no fee basis. Why is yours different? And why do you need $1 million worth of monies before you even start doing anything?
The $1 million investigation fee is a specific requirement for HyperVerse cases due to the complexity and resources required to investigate such operations. HyperVerse operated as a Ponzi scheme, and they are known for being difficult to trace and recover funds from. Investigations into such schemes require a significant amount of resources, including expert analysis, forensic accounting, legal expertise, and manpower. While normal class action lawsuits may operate on a no-win, no-fee basis, the complexity and resources required for cases like HyperVerse require an upfront fee to cover the costs of investigation and ensure that our team is adequately compensated for the work we do.
Thank you. We'll move on. Number 13, you're an investigative journalist, real journalist, or a PR puppet? And the last part of the question I'll read.
You presented Danny de Hek as an investigative journalist working for you. Can you confirm if she has any published work outside of your company's marketing?
There you go.
I am an investigative journalist who has worked in various media outlets and publications over the years. As for Danny de Hek, she is an experienced media professional who has worked in a variety of roles, including as a journalist, producer, and marketing specialist. She has a wealth of knowledge and experience in media and communications, which is valuable to our team. It's not uncommon for media professionals to work across different roles and industries throughout their careers, and I can confirm that Christina has a strong background in journalism in addition to her work with us.
Wow, good to know. Thank you, Craig. I've got some people in the chat room here. One of them is Rob Worley. Have you ever heard of Rob Worley?
I have not personally heard of Rob Woolley in the context of our business operations. If you could provide some more information or context about Rob Woolley, I may be able to help further.
He's a hardcore investigative journalist, currently doing a lot of information on Donald Trump and Elon Musk. A fascinating YouTuber. So if you haven't checked out his channel, please do so. You would find it fascinating, actually. You could get him to do an investigation on Sam Lee, and he could perhaps be hired. Would you be interested in hiring Rob Worley to do your investigative journalist reporting information?
I certainly respect and appreciate the work of investigative journalists like Rob Woolley, who delve into important topics like the activities of Donald Trump and Elon Musk. While we have a team of experienced professionals working on investigative reporting and research, we're always open to collaborating with others who share our commitment to uncovering the truth. If there's an opportunity to work with Rob Willey or any other skilled journalist on a case, we would certainly consider it.
That's brilliant. Number 14, BE Conflict Management Officers, a virtual address. Your Wyoming Vice at 444 Bricksdale Avenue appears to be a virtual office space. Do you actually have any physical offices? Or is it just a rented mailbox and voice recording?
I can clarify that we do have physical offices. While our location may appear to be a virtual address, we have actual offices where our team operates from. We have dedicated spaces for our team to work together and handle client communications. We understand the importance of having a physical presence, and while we may also use virtual spaces for certain operations, we value having a physical location where our team can work closely with clients and each other.
Are you sure it's not just a co-working shared office space like Regis?
I can confirm that we have dedicated office space and are not simply sharing a co-working space. Our team requires a dedicated and secure space to handle confidential client information and work efficiently on our clients' cases. While we may utilize co-working spaces for certain purposes, we prioritize having our own offices to maintain privacy and security.
Right. Whatever you say, Craig. Number 15, if you're fighting for victims, why do they say otherwise? At least 20 victims have reported paying your fees but seen zero results. Why should new victims trust you when so many have come forward with complaints?
I understand the concern regarding the experiences of some victims who have paid our fees and not seen the desired results. It's crucial to note that case outcomes can vary based on the specifics of each case, and achieving a favourable result is never guaranteed. However, our team works diligently on each case, employing our extensive experience and resources to maximise recovery for our clients. While not every case may have the desired outcome, our commitment to fighting for victim rights remains steadfast. We encourage potential clients to thoroughly research our company and read real-life reviews from satisfied clients before making a decision.
That's exactly what we've been doing. Number 16, what happened to Skyway Capital and Zero Pro? You warned about Skyway and Zero Pro, but no legal action has been taken. Where were these warnings just marketing tactics to attract more clients?
While we did issue warnings about Skyway Capital and Zero Pro, we have not taken legal action against them as of now. We believe informing victims and the public about potential threats is essential to help them make informed decisions. Our warnings are not mere marketing tactics, but rather an effort to protect people from potential scams and help them make informed financial decisions. We continue to monitor these companies and similar platforms, and we may take action in the future if necessary.
Number 17, if your work is legitimate, why wouldn't you just show us the financials? Other recovery firms provide expense reports to their clients. Why wouldn't you disclose how you've spent victims' funds on legal actions?
While we understand your curiosity regarding the financials, it's important to note that legal cases involving clients' funds involve sensitive information. Disclosing detailed financial information such as expenses and reports can pose a risk of revealing confidential information about our clients and our operations. In addition, we value the privacy of our clients and their financial records. Our focus is on maximising recovery for our clients and providing them with the best possible outcome. Transparency in our work is crucial, and we strive to maintain a balance between confidentiality and keeping our clients informed about their case progress.
Number 18, why is there no public record of any of your legal cases? If your lawsuits exist, why can't they be found in any public records?
We understand your concern, and it's important to note that legal cases can sometimes be private and not publicly available. This is especially true for cases involving sensitive personal information or other confidential details. In these situations, court records may be sealed or restricted from public view. It's not unusual for legal cases to be conducted privately, and this is a common practice in many jurisdictions. We work diligently on our clients' cases and may have lawsuits that aren't publicly accessible, but rest assured that our legal work is legitimate and we're dedicated to fighting for the rights of our clients.
Number 19. Who are your experts? And where are they, Craig? You claim to have lawyers, detectives, and financial analysts working with you. Can you name one single professional that has been part of your successful legal actions?
While I cannot disclose specific names due to privacy and confidentiality reasons, I can assure you that we have a team of experienced professionals working with us, including lawyers, detectives, and financial analysts. Our team consists of experts from various countries, with some individuals choosing to stay anonymous and focus solely on their work, contributing in different ways to the success of our clients' cases. I understand the desire for transparency, but we must also consider the safety and privacy of our experts who work diligently to help our clients.
Well, question number 20, and the last question is the final challenge, and will you answer these questions live? Craig has already failed because we did not get Craig. I have sent him messages. I've asked him to come on this interview to answer these questions, and he's failed to do so. Instead, he's decided that it would be better to try to remove this video even before it went live. Craig, this is your opportunity to clear your name. Will you accept the live YouTube interview to prove your legitimacy? Well, obviously not. And that interview is always open to you, Craig, because I know you're watching this right now, and there is a link in the chat room where you could click and come in here live on a phone call. You can ring me. You have my number. You escorted me around Sydney for 3 nights. We had a few beers together, and you were grooming me as the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. Why did you do so? Hello, Susie.
I appreciate the opportunity for a live interview, but I must emphasize that my focus is on working on our clients' cases to ensure that they receive the best possible service and outcomes. While I acknowledge that you have questions and concerns, my primary responsibility is to the clients who have placed their trust in us. As for past interactions, I may not recall all the details, but I have helped many individuals navigate the complexities of the cryptocurrency world. I understand that these interactions might have created different perceptions and experiences, and I'm open to discussing these matters with you and anyone else who has concerns.
Well, thank you for letting me interview the AI version of you, Craig. Really appreciate letting me do so. Craig's voice is actually character.ai. It's his real voice used, and all the questions that he's answered, except for the actual company registration, I believe is true and factual to my knowledge and the conversations that we've had with Craig. So thank you for coming along, Craig, but you didn't really answer any questions and you haven't got any proof that any legal action has actually been taken place. Any last words? I'll let you finish off your interview and then we'll let you go. You say whatever you want.
While providing specifics may not be appropriate in a public forum due to confidentiality and legal reasons, I can assure you that Legal Payback does take legal actions when necessary. We focus on providing the best possible service to our clients and delivering successful outcomes. Our commitment is to represent victims effectively, and although I was not able to engage in a live interview, I'm grateful for the opportunity to address the concerns that have been brought up. Our dedication to our clients and the integrity of our work will continue to be our priority.
Thank you, Craig. So that, as I said, was Craig Wotton and his AI version of himself because he cowardly declined to come on and be interviewed by me. Do not get scammed twice. I'm going to repeat that. Do not get scammed twice. I have correspondence from someone right now going on, and they had lost $17,000, as I said previously. They borrowed money that they didn't have, hoping they could trade their way out of it. The final resort is they reached out to a crypto recovery agency who was probably running their operation in a human trafficking compound. Now, recently, you may have heard of Thailand cutting the power off to their human trafficking compounds that are over the river in Myanmar. That's where these scammers operate out of. Never give your money to anybody who claims they can recover your funds. This interview wasn't really to be, how do I say, hardcore hitting interview style. What it was actually designed to do was to draw out information. I want to hear from you. We have had a big battle with Craig. Craig Wotton is a lovely guy. He needs to be lovely. But I do not believe he is running a genuine recovery service. I have asked him lots of questions that do not even breach anyone's privacy, and he's failed to do so. And when I backed him up against the wall, he threw Ben at me, and Ben was claiming if I published anything that he put in an email, that he would sue me. These guys do not seem to be doing anything. If you get approached by BE Conflict Management claiming that they are doing a class action lawsuit, ask them what type of information they will keep you up to date with. We've been in correspondence with somebody just this week who has had dealings with Craig, and they have not done anything to recover their funds. I won't give you any more details, but it's happening right now. This is not something that happened 7 years ago when these companies claimed they could do class action lawsuits. Craig's got lots of excuses, and he's got lots of long-winded emails that just waffle. They make no sense. He's claiming that Lyoness, now get this, Lyoness was a company, a reward-structured Ponzi scheme. He used to run it in Australia. Now, another investigative company told me that at the time that Craig was running Australia and he was the country manager, that the company was not flagged as a Ponzi scheme. So technically speaking, Craig's not guilty of facilitating a Ponzi scheme. But after they found out that it was a Ponzi scheme, Craig has put his hand up and said he would help people recover their monies, and that he would work with Ben, who's not a lawyer, not qualified. Craig's not a lawyer. He's not qualified. He's an Australian businessman. Then they were working with another company in a building with a company that had lawyers, and they were doing all their class action lawsuit. I asked him how much this lawsuit was in total. He claimed it was £34 million. And I said, if everyone had paid 9%, what have you done with the $3 million? They don't prove any expenditures. Now, I have been speaking to a legitimate recovery agency. He said that one of the cases that they took on, they recovered $10 million from the company they were suing. Every single penny of that $10 million went to the fees for the people that were chasing the money. So the victims didn't get their money back. In fact, they had to use that money to pay back all the people that were investigating and going after these crimes. Now, these companies can't just put their hand out and say, we spent $10 million. They have to prove receipts. And that's what Craig and Ben need to do. They need to prove whether they spent the $3 million. So I questioned Craig and said, you've got £34 million collectively of people that have lost £34 million. If you've done the 9% to everybody, and if they are successful, then they will get 16%. And, he said that not everyone had paid 9%. So I said, some people paid 8%, 7%, 6%, 5%, 3%, still millions of dollars that they have been paid to recover these funds. And yes, if you go and look at their social media, you'll see Craig's face all over it. He's everywhere. Craig's the man. He's the media man. He's the market. I've met his cameraman because he recorded a video with me and him in the same venue where we were holding the Global Crime Summit in Sydney. And the guy couldn't even record the video properly on my phone. He didn't know how to record using an iPhone, and he had an iPhone. It was ridiculous. So it's all smoke and mirrors, in my opinion. It's just rubbish. Now, if you want to help me with information, this is my website, and I am called Danny de Hek. I don't hide behind my name, and I do come on camera. And I got the nickname the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger because the New York Times did a full double-page spread about my quest to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam. And I actually have published the interview that we've just done as a blog. And you can come down here and you can click play and you can actually see the video that we're recording right now live. That's me. Hello, me. And in here, you can go through and you can read my experience, and you can also read the questions that I've just asked AI Craig. And if you really want to, you can click on the tags at the bottom and you'll find other content that we have done previously about BE conflict management. This is the hashtag, and it should pop up. It should pop up with another one, but let's click on Craig Wotton instead. That might be better. So he's tried quite vigorously to remove my content off the internet. But now, as I said, this is streamed on 6 or 7 different places. This blog that I just showed you is on numerous websites. And it looks like we've only got 2 blogs after all that. Well, I must have not used his name extensively enough. But this last one that we did, I heard that he was complaining to somebody that his head had been replaced with a cow. In here, I explained the whole story of when I visited, what did we do? When we visited Australia and how we went to the Global Crime Summit and all the red flags that I were listening to. We've renamed Craig in this one to Ethan. Ethan Graves was the name I used because he had been trying to get his content removed. And he has tried to get this content removed and other content and not been successful because I'm not breaching any claims. I am doing a journalist interview, so to speak. But what I do want to stress enough, you may have lost money to another scam. You may have been victimized by other people who claim that they can recover your money. If that is the case, please go to my website, click on the Contact Us page, and we will give us that information. Tell us your name, your email, your username. There is a button here to keep it anonymous. If you don't want your name broadcasted everywhere, that's fine. And tell us the name of the Ponzi scheme or scam that you got bitten by. Tell us, more importantly, your sponsor. These Ponzi schemes grow because normally the sponsor is a friend, a colleague, or a family member. And that's how they flourish. And everyone's in the same boat. I lost money as well. And normally if it's a sponsor, they will tell you that they lost more money than you, so you don't feel like you're that bad. And that is a common trait for all these people who are reporting Ponzi schemes and scams. If you give us this information, we will put it in our database. So this is the current database that I have on Craig, and this is the current database I have on Ben. These photos that you see, Ben is meant to be an investigative journalist, just like me, so I was told. But as I said previously, Ben has 2 LinkedIn profiles. This one here has 2 connections and bad photo, no background image. Now, if he's an investigative journalist living in Austria, then he must have lost his password. Then this profile that you're looking at was created in 2019. And this was created around the same time that this scheme was all done. And then you find another profile of Ben, and now he has 39 followers and 25 connections. And this is another photo of Ben. Now, this guy's meant to be like everywhere, investigative journalist. And would you believe he's got 2 endorsements? Now, how ridiculous is this? 1 endorsement from Craig, the second endorsement from Craig. So Craig is the only person that's endorsed. Is Craig Wotton actually doing the correspondence for Ben? Who knows? I don't. And then you go to Craig, and Craig has updated his profile photo once again. Back to his, at Christmas time, he updated his profile, but he removed the images that he had of him being standing on the podium at the conference I went to. And here's a screenshot of when Craig was using those photos. So we've got images of, where we got his images, screenshots. These are the images of Craig and all his social media, and he plastered that image of him standing on the podium to make it, in my opinion, to look like he was actually at the conference as a speaker. Even though I jumped on the stage with him at the time, you get the idea. But he didn't. This is me, and I'm actually standing in this crowd. I'm by the podium right there. These are all crime-fighting people. Craig was not any part of it at all. I was actually disappointed I took him along, because you can see he used those photos on his LinkedIn, his Pinterest account, his Twitter account, and all these, actual photos of Craig, which he's now taken off the internet because we're on to what he was doing. This is not good. This is bad. There's enough of these companies out there that are just abusing people. I don't believe for a minute that they're actually doing any legitimate crypto recoveries. I don't believe there's any lawsuits going on. In fact, I demanded to see a document I got a filing of court action, but no legal paperwork from any court system. He emailed me a document from a court, and I did a search for the heading of the document on Google, and I found an identical document with the same heading, and it looked like to me, in my investigative journalist hat, that they'd grabbed that document and then put their own words on top of it. The document that I found on the internet was hosted on a government website, no association to them whatsoever. If that document really existed, why didn't they give me the link to the government website where the document sits? Every time I asked them, it was, oh, we can't tell you this, we can't tell you that, we can't tell you this. And through my research recently, there is, as I said earlier on, there was 24 people in a group, and somebody wanted to see some evidence of a case, and they said that they would have to get the approval of everybody in the group before they would release any documents. So imagine you were part of a community and you all got invested in the same scam, and they did a class action lawsuit and you wanted an update. They said we'd have to go through and get the signatures of everybody involved so we can give you updates. How ridiculous is that? In fact, I gave some of my notes to a real private investigator, and he come back with WFT. What? WTF. So I don't know, guys. I hope that what did Susie said? What? I know, and I'm going to I've already sent through. I can't use what I want to. It's due to real confidentiality. I can't say what I want to say, but I did be privy to some pretty amazing documents, and I've actually come up with a summary, all the red flags of everything that Craig has correspondence. So what I'm looking for with this video, ladies and gentlemen, is I want to stop these crypto recovery agents. And the only way I'm going to do that is by hearing your story. Now, if you have given BE Conflict Management Inc. any money in the past, and you've got a contract there and you're sick of waiting and you realize that you've been scammed twice, please send us that document and we will have a closer look. We'll keep your privacy, but we've so far got 21 people that have come forth and said they've been scammed by this company. It's not my words, it's their words. And we want to stop it. We don't want people. I sit here, I've been doing this for 3 years, currently invested in 315 different Ponzi schemes and scams. I mean, if you look at what we've got, persons of interest, these are all the people that we've got files on. There's 400 people in here. We've even started to break them into countries. Just picking on Australia alone, you know, the people that we've got in here. And also the connections that we are building is starting to become something impressive. My database is my heart of my operation. If you click on Ponzi schemes and scams, we've actually got over 115 currently Ponzi schemes and scams that we are actively going after. We go into Zoom meetings and we literally, we can go into a Zoom meeting, right now and just go in here like this, and we'll find people pushing Zoom meetings down people's throats. Today we found the home address of a lady who is a caregiver for her mother. The family is trying to get the caregiver ship taken off her, which is ridiculous. However, they now we realize why this person's really trying to why they're putting their neck so much on the line, because we're finding out the background stories of a lot of these people. Some of these people who are running these Ponzi schemes and scams are actually on the dole. There's a lot of ex-convicts running these meetings. Jan Gregory is a guy, I'm in his Zoom meeting right now. He's not live, but if he was live, he's wanted by the state of Alberta for not paying his taxes. They have reached out to us asking for his location. He's currently living in Dubai, suspectedly. He's running a Ponzi scheme called BitHarvest, where he's not running it, he's promoting it. BitHarvest has just been a really good site to find information. It's behind MLM. And we are not affiliated with them in any which way or form, but we do correspond details back and forth every now and again when we have leads. But if you come through here, you've got Jan Gregory, who's been charged, I've forgotten how much, it's some absolutely million, I've forgotten how much, over $150,000 worth of Canadian dollars. And all these names of these people in here are in these scams. These are all scams that I don't even know anything about. But every now and again, we'll find a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Here's BitHarvest here. So here's BitHarvest, financial warning from Russia. And then we go into a meeting right here, and often there will be a meeting happening promoting people to buy these USB drive things you put in front of a crypto mining machine that's meant to make you rich and provide you a passive income dream. So even though there's warnings here from like Russia, you can come through here and you can find, warnings, like even the US regulators in the state of California have posted warnings about BitHarvest. So then Jan Gregory carries on promoting it, and he tells people not to promote it in California. Like, that's going to save them. And that's their answer to all these government warnings. And then they just focus their attentions, all hoping to get the commission money that these companies claim to pay every time that's Jan Gregory there. So where does it stop? I mean, and Jan Gregory, if you went, he's promoted Cloudify. CoinMarketBull was the first company that I heard about him with. And somebody contacted me and said, why don't you sign up for CoinMarketBull? They're paying $500 every time someone signs up. And I said, no, I'm all right. And they said, no, do it. You'll get $500. So what happens when you sign up to this CoinMarketBull? You got $500 in your account, but then it had terms and conditions associated with and said that you weren't going to get the $500 until you recruited $5,000 worth of people into the scheme. And then you would get paid $500, which is 10% referral fee. But all the advertising didn't, it was stupid. But this guy, I've spoke to him. They've done videos about behind MLM. They've got these boxes. The box that he's holding in his hand is empty. There's nothing in it. Because they ran out of bid boosters, but they still had the boxes. So they distributed the empty boxes so people could show the empty box to sell these things. And then they have these stupid videos where they go in here and show you how they work. And that's meant to give you credibility. Why do these countries, go after them? Now, what do you want to do? Okay, so you've got yourself involved in, let's just use BitHarvest as an example, and you've invested $10,000. And then you realize it's a scam. And then you've got people like Craig Wotton coming along, who's not even a lawyer, nor is Ben, his business associate. And they claim that if you give them 9%, another $900, they're going to go after these guys and do a class action lawsuit. And they claim that they know who's behind these schemes. We don't even know who's behind it. These guys aren't the real guys behind it. They're probably just working for the cartel. They're probably scared. This guy here has even been interviewed on Binance. Even Binance don't realize that these guys are running a scam until it's too late. It just goes on and on and on. We've set up websites to stop companies who claim they've got alliances with Visa card. This company here, Liquid Pay, claims that they are associated with Visa. You go to their website and you click on Liquid Pay, and it doesn't even work. the liquid pay links doesn't even work. Meant to be a financial company. So then you go down here and you click on this link and that one works. These websites are all designed by people and they claim they're powered by Visa. And they've managed to get their apps in the App Store with Apple. We write to Apple. We write to Google Play. They don't care, but Apple normally does. And then when you go to the app in the Apple Store, they had the wrong company name. So they had, in the terms and conditions of this website, were different to the company name that they had with the app. But no one verifies things. Bloomberg, Business Weekly, interviewed Shavis Anwar, the guy behind this company. And he, at the time, was marketing the company as 9Pay. And then they went and asked Visa if they were associated with 9Pay. And they said, we don't know who Shavis Anwar is. And they made a point, which they normally don't. They broke confidentiality and said, we have no association with 9Pay and no association with Shavis Anwar. So now we've got all these people in Vietnam who have signed up for 9Pay and things aren't working. So we set up a website called liquidpay.com. Now you drop the I, so it's LQ Pay. LQ Pay. But after Bloomberg exposed them, they rebranded the company a week later. Didn't even tell people why. So there's Shavis Anwar. So these are what these companies are doing. Now, Shavis Anwar, is he the man behind it? Well, I don't think so. I believe that he's a puppet on a string. I believe he's working for the cartel network. I believe he's part of the human trafficking compounds. I believe he's probably one of the top dogs in there. If you can't beat them, join them. Anyway, you come down here, and here's the statement from Bloomberg Business Week, which hopefully I'll be in the next week. They're doing a documentary-style video, and I've been already filmed for 6.5 hours by a film crew, and they're going to do a document about Sam Lee. Sam Lee, he was charged by America for his connection to HyperVerse, a $1.9 billion scam. Sam Lee got retained in Dubai by Interpol after they served a red notice. Sam Lee, Shavis, the guy we're looking at on the screen here, are all meant to be in bed together. And we've got videos of Sam Lee and Shavis working together when they started off with Stable Deo, Stable Opinion. And then they started up We Are All Satoshi. And We Are All Satoshi has had all their money stolen, blah, blah, blah. They started up many different projects. They've started up a thing called BTCC, which is their own blockchain that when money goes in, it never comes out. So one day, somebody like Craig Wotton will come along and say, hey, guys, I can help get your money back if you just pay me some money. And then they do nothing. They sit on their hands. That's what they do. If these guys are running and promoting these Ponzi schemes and people like me can't stop them, if these guys can make unsubstantiated claims, claiming people are going to be led to financial freedom, and they never deliver, it's just crazy. We can't stop them. You can't get your money back from them. It's really that simple. So don't listen to people like Craig who claim that they can do so. We've got a couple of messages coming here from Susie. It's called rejecting. If there is personal info, redact it. But the general case brief should be full disclosure. That's true. So if you were looking for proof, you could redact all the names out of it. It's a common legal practice. There's no such thing as not being able to show people that there's a court action, and there would be court evidence. I got in the New Zealand High Court for somebody trying to sue me for defamation. Defecation, that's different. But, and it was for $3.8 million. It cost me $33,600 to defend myself. They filed a discontinuance an hour and a half before the High Court judge actually opened the case. They spent a week trying to offer us a plea deal, saying that they would pay for all my legal expenses if I removed all the videos. But my lawyers were the best lawyers in New Zealand, defamationlawyers.co.nz, absolutely amazing lawyers. They said we would relish the day in court. Relish it, because they have a call for justice. They were working at $800 an hour, and because I was poor, legal aid, which is set up in New Zealand that every New Zealander is entitled to a fair trial, they took on the case under legal aid. They fought vigorously with a case. We submitted a 217-page document to the courts in defense of our claim that these guys are running a scam, and they chickened out. The judge said that we got awarded $27,500, and I'm now paying off the rest of the court fees at $15 a week. Different story, different time, but it was worth every penny, and I enjoy paying that every week. I don't, but I do, you know what I mean? So these people, I knew that even that court case was in the newspapers. It was lodged in the courts. There's court evidence, even everything that's to do with a court case and a court and a claim will be lodged somewhere. And the only thing I have seen in Ben's defense is a lodgement, like a submission. And I could submit something to the court. It could be on the court system that Danny de Hek and the Avengers submitted a court case against Chavis and War, for example. It doesn't mean that any legal action is happening or anything is happening at all. Have I shared this with you? Not anymore. The Province of Alberta. Oh, I'll see if I can bring that up. Wish I could click on a link. Website. All right, we might be able to just flip onto a website here. I'll see if I type that one in. Oh, hold it. I think I've got it opened over here, Susie. So let's have a look. See where we're going. We'll just ping over to a live. Visa was interested in this website. Oh, okay. So I do wonder why Visa don't come out with public statements and say they have no association with people. Yeah, I just don't know. I should show them. So Visa was interested in this one. Microsoft certified trainer, or they get the middle finger from. Oh, that was funny. I did see that. So what's this website? Visa are very interested in this website. Oh, is that the one that we showed you this morning? Yeah. Anyway, let's not get off track. I've been working pretty hard lately, and I haven't had a chance to talk to my Avengers. We're actually hopefully selling a couple of websites at the moment. I love this. People in Twitch. Cheap liquid pay. Is this liquid pay? Oh, I've got you. All right, now I click. So this company claims, oh, I see what's happening. This is very clever. Okay, let me show you something interesting here. So Liquid Pay claimed that they're on, they are in the App Store. So this website you're looking at right now is me. I've set this up to warn people. But if you go to, why is that not doing what it's want to do? So we go to Liquid Pay, Liquid Finance. And if we go to enter Liquid Pay, and if we went to the bottom of this site here and we read their terms and conditions, I do know what I'm doing sometimes. So we go to terms and conditions, we will find that this company is in their terms and conditions. So this company, when you went to the actual website, and we've got people complaining because people are literally going to my version of Liquid Pay and complaining that things aren't working well. So now you go off to the Apple App Store, which we were absolutely amazed they managed to get this in here. And the company here, the name that you see here was spelt different to the name they had here. But now, since we've been doing our videos, they've literally updated the name in their own terms and conditions. So now we go to this company, and as Susie says, this theoretically is the company behind the Visa card. And am I on the right track now? I think I am. So this company is now being scrutinized by Visa. And, literally the Avengers, Susie, and a few other people spent hours, submitting this information to people like Visa. And because of private confidentiality and all this sort of crap, often it takes a long time to get any response. But the fact that something theoretically is happening. Now, this company here, I'm only assuming that if I went to a company like Archive, let's go archive.org, and we chuck this into, and if you're ever doing this, it's a great way of doing it. So you can go to archive.org and you can find whether a company's got a history. If they've been on the internet for more than a year, normally you get a bit of a history. But you can see that this company in that screen that you're looking at has theoretically just been set up into the end of 2024, I'm guessing, and yes, I'm right, exactly the same time that 9pay would have been trying to get themselves. So they've literally, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure I'm right about this, they've set up a fake company, a fake website, and they've used it to get themselves into Apple Play Store. And in the meantime, people are downloading the app on the Play Store and giving their KYC details. And we've literally have seen videos of people who promote Liquid Pay telling people how to set up this and fudge KYC details. It's absolutely incredible. And I've got, like literally, I might even be able to, tin a meeting. So if I go to Boomerang and I go to US Prime, which is a bookmark I've got, you can literally go into their Zoom meetings. Now, this company is now ceasing all their support Saturday meetings. And there's meant to be a big announcement this week from Jarvis, and they just keep moving the gateposts. But this is the company here who's claiming that they will lead people to financial freedom, and they now call it affiliate marketing 3.0, and they basically just keep releasing products. So if you went to Woz, which was started by Sam Lee, the guy that was getting sued by America for his connection, charged, I should say, for his connection to HyperVerse, has also set up this website, Affiliate Marketing 3.0. And if you went to Satoshi, I don't know if you go to stable.limited whether it still works. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? So that's so Satoshi table. That doesn't work anymore. Satoshi table. I'm not sure if it's .com. Doesn't really matter if I go there anyway, but I'll just so Satoshi table, I've spelled it wrong. Ooh, let's see if we can find it. Satoshi table is Sam Lee started up a new website. I think I have it bookmarked somewhere. Is it that one? So yeah, I think I got it now. Nothing works on that. Oh, that's crazy. I've got the wrong one, but if I go to archive, Sam Lee and Satoshi Square table, sorry. So, like this is how bad these scams actually get. But you've got Liquid Finance, which doesn't have links working on their website that had fake terms and conditions. Then you've got this website, which was started by Sam Lee, but now he's been kicked out of it. So Sam Lee starts his own company, gets kicked out of his own company, and all the money in the Vault Horizon disappears. And then you've got Sam Lee getting detained by Interpol in Dubai, gets released, and then starts up this website, and there's Sam Lee there. It's got exactly, if you look at the background, exactly the same as this background. So it's obviously the same development company, and he's trying to be associated with us somehow. And then when you go into this company, you can read about their vision and their mission. You can read about their blockchain that you can only put money in and never get money out. You've got information about Liquid Pay. You've got Dodo Pay. And all these companies that I'm showing you have all been copies of other real companies, like Capital 3 DAO, I should say. There is a company already called Capital 3 DAO, registered, exactly the same name. And there's also a company called Capital 3, similar colors, and they just pass off other people's brands and start up a new company. Boomerang, we turned that website inside out and showed that they weren't doing any arbitrage trading. It was all fake. The day that we showed it that it was all fake, their own customers, they claim they've got 250,000 active users and they'll have 13 people in their Zoom meetings. It's just absolutely crazy. And I can't even explain it all in a video without going on about it all night long, but we've been chasing these guys. Well, I've been chasing these for over 3 years, and I've watched the continuation of all these scams. And this is just one of millions of dollars. People, we've tracked $350 million from this one scam. Well, I say mostly Susie has actually. But it just goes on and on and on and on, and I can't even keep up with it anymore. It's totally exhausting. But, my point of this whole video is to really say, do not, get scammed twice. I can't emphasize that. Stop giving your money to investment scams. And you might say, people will send me a message. I had one today. I had one today, and they asked me if I knew any good opportunities. And then they're begging me to give them an definitive, is this one a scam? Yes or no? And I'm going, all of them are scams. Nothing that you will see on the internet isn't a scam. So stop getting scammed by people. Stop investing in crypto that you don't understand about it. Go buy yourself some cryptos and ride the meme market if you want to. It's high risk investment. Put your money in the bank. Go get a job. Get a product or a service. I don't make money from my YouTube channel, not enough to merit the time that I spend on it. I build drop shipping websites for people. That's how I survive. So we finished one this week, and it's called Run Gear. And we set these websites up. This one's here, a running website. And you can buy, there's 10 different categories. It's preloaded with products. We'll teach people how to load the products, how to optimize the website so it comes up in the search engines. And this is a ready-to-go side hustle for someone. And if they go and add 1,000 products into it, it's going to take off. How do I know? Well, I've got 3 websites myself. And I can, like if I went to NZ Electronics, this store has sold over $300,000 worth of products. $150,000 of that is profit, excluding my time that I spend doing it. This website's been going for, 5 or 6 years now, and I sell electronic products. I don't have any stock. I don't have any overheads. In fact, I sold something today. I sold an MP3 player. Who would think somebody would want to buy an MP3 player? But if I go to, I don't even know how to find them on my own website. Yes, an MP3 player. So people still buy MP3 players. So here's my MP3 players. People bought one today. I made, I don't even know how to make $120, I suppose. So it's kind of like, there is money to be made online, but, why not, do something like that? Here's a shop. I spend hours adding products. I had a customer today asking me for a special remote. I didn't have it. So I went here and the customer said, I want a blah, blah, blah type device. So I go new. I went and found the remote with my supplier. They wanted one that had voice function. So I found the supplier, added the product, gave them the link, and they purchased the product today. So that product there. And that product will probably cost me $22 landed to their doorstep. And if I go to orders, a little boy waits. There it is. I've actually sold 2 remotes. So here's the remote. I'm authorized to take the money. I'll process it. $84 on that one. If I go to that product there, and if I go to here, it will tell me, so this is a magic remote. And down the bottom here, it will tell me that the actual cost of the item is $30.65, and my profit will be $46. And so my margin's 60%. So, there's ways to make money online. And if you go to dehek.com and you want to know more about drop shipping, you'll see I have a website. I'm just going to bring this up because I think it's interesting if you want to know. I mean, start watching YouTube videos, learn how to do stuff. I mean, if you want to get into selling products online, go to your local, go buy something of Temu, bring it into your own country and then sell it for twice as much as it actually costs you to purchase it on your local, sites. Once you sell it, then go back and buy 2 and repeat the process. Just do low risk, don't get big time. But if you go to my website and you click on passive incomes, you'll see I've got a page all about, hassle-free drop shipping, and you'll see what we're actually doing. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can actually find what's YouTube. Rob, you know what YouTube is. So if you go to YouTube, you can see I'm live at the moment. And I think if you go to my videos, which you'll see on the front page of my YouTube channel, what did I do? Oh, here we go. So Lensology, that's unlisted. Where is the other one? Restful, ready to go drop. There it is. So here's a whole video about Run Gear, that website I just shown you that we're selling at the moment. So, I mean, get educated on the internet. You know, find ways to make money. Here's a whole video, and it talks you through the whole drop shipping business. Now, I set these up and I sell these. I might have actually sold just about 3 this week. So we're going to be busy for the next month setting these all up. But we do these to order now. People come to us and say, I've got an idea and a concept. We're working on one at the moment, and it's going to be quite exciting. And it's a hunting site. So we've got the domain name stalkers.co.nz. I don't even know if I can get in there. I might be able to get in there. And we've started building it. Is it going to do it? Oh, no, it's not going to work. That's not it. It's a standard thing. But we have actually, literally started building the website. And it's going to be a hunting site called stalkers.co.nz. I think it's quite cool. But, don't get... don't install the Temu app. Use your browser only. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I wouldn't trust anything with that sort of stuff. I don't use Temu for any of my drop shipping. Funny enough, I did actually use it once, and when I went there, I couldn't actually buy anything unless I spent $16. So it was for a TV remote. But if I bought 4 of them at $3.50 each, it got me up to the $16 threshold that I needed to process an order on Temu. And then the person that I bought the remote for received 4 remotes. Never ever contacted me. Never complained they didn't or did get the order. I don't know. But they got 4 remotes for the price of 1. But there's always a way around it, you see. So I sold them a remote for $45 to $50 and then couldn't find the remote where I normally buy it. Purchased it off Temu. They wouldn't let me buy anything unless I spent $16. So then I bought 4 remotes. So there's always a way around it. It's quite a laugh. But I find that, I will show you actually because it's quite interesting. When I first started doing this drop shipping stuff, finding good quality products was actually a big concern. So I had an outdoor shop and I decided to bring in a bit of gear for myself to test the quality, so to speak. I brought in, that's me in the riverbed. There's some really good brands. That backpack I went to Vietnam with, nothing wrong with that. The cooker, I've used it. It's absolutely brilliant. Costs you about $120. Normally they're up to $280, so it's half price and still as good as the real deal. And had a lot of fun doing that website. Oh my goodness, here he comes. Goodness me, it's 1 o'clock at night. What are you doing? You're in there, Rob. You've rung me, but are you going to sit down? Rob's just rung me. Rob's trying to get his mic going. What are you doing, Rob? Rob's another Kiwi. He's based in the same town as me. Can't hear you, though. No, can't hear you. You've been playing with your audio gear. Rob had a suspicion he might have had a fake microphone today, so he's unscrewed his microphone to check the serial numbers, make sure he didn't have a fake. And now he's probably got no sound and wondering why. Did you not put all the screws back when you were checking the serial numbers of your Shure 7 microphone, which he reckons is the best microphone in the world? So the survey said. But I'll see if I can get you. See Rob. We watch Rob. There he is. Hello, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Oh, it does work
Hello.
now. Hi. Is that better?
Oh, it's working.
It doesn't work if I I can hear myself though. If I don't drag you onto my screen.
Well, drag me into your screen then, Danny.
I have dragged you into the screen. Squirrel? What's a squirrel? Oh, there we go. Squirrels. I've got my background noise down now. I don't want my background noise. What are you doing up at this time of night? Do you like my shirt?
Putting up a green screen.
Oh, you are.
Wow. Fantastic.
Oh, you went and bought some lights. Can you stop my echo?
Can you stop my echo? No, I didn't.
Oh, you were going to? That's my echo. I've just turned something off and on.
His own show.
There we go. I just turned the sound off. Yeah, I'm just going to turn this echo off now.
Have you ruined your own sound? You have. And I can hear you coming somewhere. You're very, very quiet.
There's a button here where I can turn the echo off, but when I did that, it killed all sound, and then it wouldn't come back. So. But you should be able to hear me now, but I do believe that you're wrong. Oh. I'm going to turn my sound off.
I think you've destroyed your sound, Danny. Yeah.
Testing. Yep, I'm back now. See, I literally turned. Oh, now my echo's back. So it's you.
Not me.
Well, every time I speak, I can hear my sound through your sound.
Hold
on. Oh, that's why.
Okay, well, it could be in a minute. Wait on. We'll just try something. This end, ladies and jelly beans. We'll go to sound and we'll stick it through.
So now that you've got a green screen, I can make you transparent. Let's see if we can do that.
I am ultimately transparent. Thanks to Elon. Follow his lead, Susie?
Hey, you're not allowed to talk Elon here.
Elon.
Extract screen. Oh, I can't do it. But last time I talked, I could actually turn on the green screen function on your screen and make you cut out.
Danny, you have never been able to turn me on.
Fly in, out, aspect ratio, opacity.
I've got a hole.
I can't do it. So circle.
That's right there.
I can see the circle. But you're not broadcasting through OBS to talk to me on your virtual, are you? No is the answer you're looking for.
Wait this out.
Normal. So I'm going normal. Okay. Then I go darkened. Oh, that darkened, yeah. Color burn, liner, lighten, color, overlay. Overlay? Where you gone? Soft.
I haven't got my screen out properly. Look, it's tragic.
Overlay. Normal. Yeah, no, I didn't do that. Oh, I must be able to do it somehow. Ah, here it is. Got it. Green screen. Now I've got you. Watch this. Blue, green, and now I can fade you out. And let's see. If you put your lights on your green screen, I might be able to do it better. I've got you on blue.
I've got lights on the green screen, Danny.
Have you? Oh, very good. Here we go. Look, they've got you. There you go. Look, got you. Yeah, he needs to light up his green screen a bit. Blue, green, blue. Yeah, so I have figured out how to do that. Okay, let's go blur background. Where's Rob? Rob was there, it was quite good. Oh, that's going to be fun. It's sound okay now. No echo. No more echo. Oh, yeah. Rob says it's not him, but it is. But he's plugged his headphones in, and so any sound he's got. So now we need to work on that. So what have I done here? I have got... So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to break that into... So I've got interview mode, and now I come along here and I pick Rob. See? And now, there we go. Now I can put him on wide, which is good. No border needed. Right, so then I've got that. And now I just need Rob to sit in front of the friggin' camera. Green, blue screen, green, and transparent. And, oh look, there we go. That's it. Now we just need Rob to come back. But if he had more light, I could probably get it perfect. I think it was him too. Well, yeah, I do too. The trials and tribulations of YouTube. I know. If we got him sitting down, would be all right, but he's off. And I can even select a background. I can make Rob at the beach. There's Rob at the beach, and now I can make the beach come back. Why is it blue? There's no light in your screen. That's the problem. That one there, green. Transparent. Where's your beach?
I can put these on. I can listen to you.
Okay, and then I'm going to try to can blur event, mirror event. I'm making black and white. Look at that. Sepia. Blur them. Mirror. Oh, I see. It's quite cool. Grammar. Pan. Pan. Don't want to do that.
This is quality content on the Danny de Hek channel.
He always does experiments on my channel. We're not allowed to do it on his channel, even though I've got like 60 more people than he. Yeah, he's trying to be funny. Doesn't realize he's got poor audio. Send me the beach.
No, cold. My audio is fine. You've got full audio.
No, you have got ducking, because when we talk, your system doesn't work. So you need to use my system. So if I can, yeah, I can. So it's telling me that you can. I want to try this. Just going to try something different here. Can you guys still hear me? Oh, I suppose that's a dumb thing to ask people. Now what I want to do is another wee button on the computer where you can voice isolation. Have you used that before? And it gives you standard, voice isolation, and wide spectrum. All right, you need light on that screen.
I've got light on the screen, Denny.
Well, you ain't got enough light.
Maybe it's your end, Denny.
No, I'm looking at the friggin' picture. Can anyone see that Rob's too dark? Look, okay, let me rephrase that. So Rob thinks he knows all about green screen. He's just put one in 10 minutes ago. Let's go.
That's right.
Let's go to my green screen. Now, this is what green screens... Look at the... hold it. Let's go. Where's mine? Green screen. Oh, hold it. Green screen. Transparent. Oh, it's not working. USB audio. I'll try. It's not working. Nothing works. How does that work? All right. So go back to Rob.
A background image on this.
Yeah, but you don't need one though. I can control you from here, I think.
You think you can?
Well, I think I can. Right. So now I've got squeeze throttle, wide, classic. Right. So I go wide.
Oh, look at that. Yes, that.
Is that you or me?
Oh, that's the other camera underneath. Look at that.
Yeah. Go back to the other one.
I got two angles. Hi. 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 Hi.
It's like being a freaking with a kid. Just saying.
Hi. I don't remember which one's which.
I don't know why, but for some reason it's around the wrong way. See, it's reversing it. So when I click, I want to make you've got a green screen. Oh, I see blue screen. I think I've blue screen, green screen. Right.
There we go.
Is that you or me?
That's me.
Have you got a background?
No, I got to think where to bloody put the background.
Transparent.
Where do I put the background? I haven't done this for so long.
Doesn't seem to want to work the way it's meant to, though. Apply to all scenes. Set. Rotate. Nah. I used to be, I thought I could control. Oh, is that you or me?
That's me doing it.
Yeah. Transparent. That's me. So now I can come back. So I can make your screen. See, for some reason, your screen, unless, see, I can go like that. 40. But I can't figure out why.
Got this top on.
No, it's not the top. Well, your background should be clear. Oh my, Susie's going, oh my. Perfectly normal, Susie. 56.
Content, Susie, you just can't get. You just cannot get quality content.
Don't worry, we'll lose this video soon because Craig will be complaining about privacy. Let's go digital background.
I cannot believe I can't remember where to put the background image. I cannot think where to put the background image.
This is weird. So if I go back to original, right, so there's Rob. I'm going to go like that. So I can go like that. No, your shirt's probably not the best idea, maybe. Just saying.
Image. All right, now I got to choose one. Okay.
I can have your head sticking up.
I got to find an image. Wait on. Oh, this is perfect. Perfect. Here we go.
It's got me in it. No, look at that.
Classic. There we go.
Camera.
And that's got to be down there, doesn't it? There we go. Right camera, isn't it? Yep, right camera. Now, will this work? I don't think this will work with.
I think I'm going to. I'm actually going to zap you. Oh yeah, that's great. I'm going to zap that. Oh, it could work. So now I'm going to put you back and see
like
that. You just want to be me, don't you? So now I should be able to turn on the green screen.
I think you could be right with the light. Hold on.
I am right. See, that's what I should be able to do, is fade him out about there. And I should be able to put a nice background in the back, like Avenger use. For some reason, it's not quite working. CoffeeZilla, leave content. Level content. What? Did he? Cannot control power struggle again. The power struggle is real. Ducking. Yeah. Don't know. I've got my systems pretty cool. So where's Rob gone now? He's like the wanderer. The wanderer. He's back. Let's not talk about him while he's here. Okay, so we've got USB. We're going to make him a squirrel. There he is. Can you make it clear though? So there's no, like, I'm clear. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about, Danny?
Well, can you make yourself clear?
Oh. Drag me down. Well, it'd probably help if I had a different image. I'll change that.
Turn on the green.
Get it on now.
I think I can.
On now.
Transparent.
Now.
See, look, there we go. I'm nearly there. If you had more light, I'd be able to get my background and then I can make you transparent, you see. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish, but you ain't got enough light in your green screen. And then I could sit you down here, and I could, so for example, I could go to double screen here.
You haven't keyed in the green properly.
Well, I can't because your screen's not light enough.
Well, it is because I've already tuned it out.
You don't get what I mean. That's okay. My green screen's that light, right? You bring up your screen.
Danny, you've got 2 lights and your chroma key is set to a different rating than mine.
But I've got 2 options for chroma keys, and I can make yours. See, now I've got red brick, so I can make you transparent if I want, but because it's not quite there, so now I can pick a background color.
It's because I got a background image.
I can control your camera and give you a background and make you transparent with my settings in Ecamm. And if I go, but if I get that right, it's a bit tricky, but I'm working on it. So let's see. See that there? That's your background. If I had that, I could have my background, and now I just need to, I can make you transparent. But it's not quite enough light to do it. It says resolution 720, which is interesting. I wonder if that works. Blur effect. Yeah. What's that one there? Pan and zoom. What's that going to do? Look, I can bring it right up. You see what I mean, though? Like, so now I can control your background. So I can take you to the beach, and now Rob's at the beach. But there's not quite enough contrast between you and your green screen. So if I go bricks, now Rob's got bricks. Rob's in a castle.
Green screen is not showing green, Danny.
Well, it doesn't because the green screen makes it clear.
No, it's green now.
Okay, now I'll make you clear, you see?
Well, you should be able to.
Well, I have. But you see the problem? It's too close. So I need to work you down to about there. There you go.
Yeah.
We've got it.
Well, yeah, I know, because it's fine my end. I had it green here, but if I turn this up,
I'll disagree with you, Rob, because you just... Yeah, well, there you go. So we can work together on it. So you can turn yours around. So we're working counterintuitive against each other. So if you look at your image now on my screen, you can adjust your settings so you are transparent.
No, I've adjusted mine so that they're
well, you
black.
Don't get what I mean. Look at me now, Rob. Yeah, but you can, if I want to, I can click a button and make you, I can make you disappear. So you watch this, all right? See? Gone. So I can now, if you adjust your settings so the black disappears, I'll put it back to where it should be. Now you adjust yours, it should be about there. Now you adjust your settings and then tell it to have transparent. And then you can be on the screen like me. That would look quite funky. So there's me. We did it before.
But you're trying to work against whatever background I have.
So can you see me on the screen and my picture behind me and I'm all cut out, right?
Yeah.
So if we were both the same as that, that means I could, so go to that screen.
Yeah, but that's black screen.
I know, but then I can adjust mine. Fuck, you're impossible. Fucking think you think, no, fucking all fucking the shit, fucking all shit all, mate. What I'm trying to do, if I click a button, you're not understand what I'm saying. I can actually, if you have your settings perfect, then I can take over and move my fade level and actually get you totally, we can make it perfect. So like here, see how I've got you now looking like you're in a castle. If I click a button, I now just about get it removed. So if you take over now and do your settings until that castle is clear.
What I would have to do is to put my green screen down to green again. That's what I'm saying.
Or try clicking it around. Because
So if I do,
you had it before and it was perfect. And then I
Yeah.
stopped playing with my buttons and left you to do it. But if you adjust yours to get it close now, then I can do the fine adjustments of mine, and then we can both be transparent.
for you to be transparent, I have to go back to green. Like that.
Okay, so now I can take over, and I can adjust you. There you go. Fuck, that was hard work.
Before.
No, but this is what I was trying to accomplish.
No, you've accomplished it because I've given you a green background.
Yes, and that's what I needed.
Yeah, I know. I had a black background before.
Why did you go and got? Why wouldn't you give me a green background after you've just gone and put up a green screen?
Because you actually asked me to go to the black background, and the black background is actually removing the green background.
I never asked you to go to a black background. I was trying to get you transparent, and you need a green screen to do so. I don't know why I would ask you to put up a black background. In fact, we're going to watch this video back, and you're going to tell me the part where I said, "Hey, Rob, can you make your background black?"
If you're wrong, what do I get?
Well, nothing that you want. Right. But now what I'm saying is, see here, I can now make you blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I can now click blue screen, and it will go green. If I click green screen in my settings, oh, actually, I'll tell you what. Look at this. This is what we're doing. We'll make it even easier for you to see what I'm doing. So let's go camera effects, camera effects, camera effects. All right, so now we've got settings here, okay? Right, so now what I do is I decide that I'm going to use blue screen or green screen. And if I take that off, then it goes green screen. But because you've got your green screen on.
Daisy said, "Oh, the power. Thank goodness there is only 2. Could you imagine what would happen with more? Oh, my God. There'd be a mass shooting online."
Watching? So so if you've got your green screen on, that's not very bright, and that's okay. I click green screen. That makes you go blue. And then if I want to, I can make it transparent. But if I turn that off, like here, and then I can turn this down or up until that comes into play. And now I can pick your background. So if I want to, I come down here and I can go, let's put Brooks behind him. Or I could pretend he's an Avenger, put that ground on him. But then if I want to, I can just click the transparent button, and now I've cut you out altogether.
Yeah, just hold on for a minute.
Yep. Where does he keep going? Does he not realize we're live? Yeah. Does that make sense to you, Susie? You see, if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. That's all I'm saying. Right, so now what we need to do, and that's perfect, I think. No. No, have you adjusted your camera? Oh, where's that going then?
Oh,
yeah.
that could be another thing that's kind of...
Well, you've got something crazy going on there.
Yeah, because I'm not too sure if it's a bit too bright. Yeah.
Now, what's the bit on the top of the green?
Oh, that's the light.
What sort of show you're running there?
Playing around to see whether I can get that right.
But this is brilliant now, because now we can basically put up, well, that means I can now put them in a studio like this. Rob has control problems. And when Rob comes back, we should have Rob sitting in my studio. See what we've done there? Now, I think if we take that on and off, we're going to see it's not too bad. Now, I wonder if how good we can get it. Yeah, so in future, if you had your green screen on, see, that's pretty cool. And then there you go, you got Rory behind you now. Do you want to talk about Rory?
No, really?
Let's see what we've got. Avenger News Clear. Oh, look at that. The Avengers here. You've got me in your face. Oh, you don't want that. What about white wall? What's white wall? So now we can get it good because we can see it. So if that's it there. See that in the bottom? So
yeah, quite right.
I think we're not too far away. I think I'm at 77. And if I go to there, But from my experience, if you light up the green screen a bit more, it seems to hold it, but we're not far away. So if I go like that, and then we go to this, you can have a modern house. Look at you in your tea party house. Home office, looking nice, Rob. The screen's around the wrong way. Do you want to do some drop shipping with me? Come for a ride on my motorbike sometime. Oh, it's Craig.
Your end.
Hey, there you go.
About as crisp as we're going to get it.
Oh, I think it's brilliant because we can do some pretty cool stuff now. So that's your green screen. So it's pretty even. I just think, and how much light have you got it? You've got your top light above your head, like me, shining.
Yeah, I've only light, and if I put another light on, which because they're not equal, it's impossible.
Well, you see my one, right? You look at this now. That's without my light on. I think that's. Oh no, that's the big light. I've got the one that lights up the green screen because Helen's pinched my other one. So if I turn that off, now I'm quite dark, but with the light pointed on it, it lights it up enough. So if I want to, I could turn that a wee bit, but then it shines in my eye. So now, how come yours isn't bright as mine? Have you got another light you could put on yours? But you're right on the cusp of it being bearable.
The same.
Say it again, boss.
It's not the same material.
You mean the green screen's not chroma?
Yeah, the green isn't. No. Well, the green screen's not a professional green screen.
Oh, I don't know if mine is, but I got mine from AliExpress. But this here is actually friggin' brilliant. So if I literally say, well, let's go to that. So now we're both, and then I can go back to, I don't even know what I'm on. What am I? I'm on
drugs.
It could be, but I think that's actually really good. And you could actually, but I can theoretically control the look.
That ducking is your end, because there's no way that ducking can happen my end because you are not coming through my system.
So the echo, you think that's me as well? That I only get when you come online with me? You can blame everything on me, aren't you?
Well, you got to remember that I'm sending you a signal, and what you do with it before you stream it out.
Okay,
that's what's changing it.
And the echo that I hear from your sound speakers, and when you put your headphones on, it goes away. That's me as well, is it?
No, well, that's out of the speakers.
Your speakers?
Yeah, out of my speakers.
I'm not running it. Well, then it's rest my case. There you go. We're looking the same now. Let's not have an argument online. My studio is better than your studio, but your studio is looking a lot like my studio.
My studio's been changed around about 3 times today.
Yeah.
But it's not again because I got heaps of work.
What happened then? You ducked out there for a bit. You back now? So how do we fix the ducking then? So let's see if we can fix that while we're playing around here. So at the moment, I need to...
Just to be sure,
well, I'm going to go standard.
There is ducking on a roadcaster, but it's damn hard to find.
Well, I could have the same problem on mine, suppose. But if I turn that on, I'll lose my sound. I think I've just clicked I'll tell you one thing that screws it up, and that is FaceTime. I always turn that off. But I've just switched that to standard. I'm now going to put it on wide spectrum.
Have a guess what?
You're pregnant.
It wasn't checked. So it is your end. Unless it's Apple, of course.
Well, I think it's FaceTime. It just pisses me off normally. It's quite tricky.
Unless it's up.
Well, it's not bad. It's not bad now. Hey, you know this shirt I'm wearing? It's for a 1950s event. And I had to go to an op shop to find a shirt for 50s. And I found the shirt. It's the only thing in the wardrobe that was black, that was ironed. So I wore it to look like an interviewer. Yeah.
Right.
You know this video is not going to stay online, don't you, Rob?
Why not?
Well, Craig's going to try everything he can to get it off. because he wants to hide. He thinks he's
Is thing he can to get you off.
I don't know about that. Got a message from Bloomberg. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
Gave him
does
some
that mean-
I gave him some interesting information today.
well, there's first for everything.
Well, I'll show you what I gave you. I'll see if I can find it. Where is it?
Oh, you want to show me?
All right, Rob. Danny interview. Yeah, no, and this might be interesting to you, Susie, as well. While we've got you there, I'll just open up a web browser.
Susie? That's terrible.
Susie, where is it? Let's go new window.
Susie.
Okay, let's see. I don't know what's going to happen now, but we're going to go to a web browser. Oh, there you go. Look, we can sit beside each other now, Rob. If you weren't such a...
And that, did you fart it?
No. No, we can... I could... Yeah.
Yeah,
So how do we naturally look at each other? If I look that way, so what I need to do is I need to reverse me. Reverse me. So let's reverse me. See a mirror. Right, there we go. So when I look at you, you look at me. And then when I look at you, you look at me. So now you look at me, and I look at you. Look at you looking at me. Look at me. Look at me looking at you. Look at me. See what I'm saying? That. New tab. Boom. Look at us. Look at us on the screen together. Okay, so I move myself over here. It'll be rude.
Oh, Susie, shouldn't.
All right, so now I've got to make that a bit bigger. All right, so now we've got a browser. Where are you? You're sitting in there. But isn't that cool?
I'm actually looking on YouTube, and it looks pretty damn.
Actually, look at you. If you look at the white, see your flicker? You need a fucking... Oh, excuse my fucking French. You need a fucking light on your fucking green screen. It's the same.
Flicker on the edge there.
I can fix it. You watch. Boom. Look at that.
Just get that right.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm going to go down there. There. Gone. Right, then your shirt starts to pack up. Your mic starts to pack up. Yeah, no, you need more light. It's your problem, not mine.
Don't.
You do. You're fucking stubborn. You think you know everything because you've got yourself a roadcaster.
No, I don't. You can't have more. You have more light, and then you're blinded when you look.
Well, where do you think my light is?
Yeah, you need just to get it set properly.
Is that right? I'll show you where the light is, mate. Look, I'll show you how the big boys do this. Are you ready? Okay, so we're going to go iPhone. Right, that's my phone behind you, okay? I'll just...
Where are you?
Right, behind you there's a phone. Because I can do this because I use... See this phone here? Between us? Now, I'll turn this on. Right. Okay, so this light here, right, is beside me. So this is Danny sitting here, and there's a light beside him.
Mm-hmm.
And that points onto that green screen, which you won't see unless I turn that off. And that lights up the green screen. So there's my that's your green screen.
Yeah, but that light is not in front of you. Because if it was...
Well, no one's telling you to put that light. I like it when it ducks. No one's telling you to put that light in front of you. I'm saying put it beside you, pointing on your green screen.
I can't. It's right there. Because I've only got one big light.
We'll get two big lights. You need one like that.
Yeah, I know. But you got two lights.
And then I got that one.
Yeah.
That light there is just for the green screen. I used to have another one there, but that's been confiscated.
Got stolen.
It did. All right, I'll just turn this off.
How many curse words can the Admiral effing say in one effing sentence, Susie said?
Shit spewing media slut. How many was that?
Can say,
shit spewing media slut?
Stalking me. Have you been online stalking me, Susie?
Right. So that's quite cool. Whoops, wrong one. Okay, so now we've got rid of that. So I wanted to show you something, Rob, because this will be interesting. So you know who Colin Star Capital was, right?
Yeah, hold on for a minute. How do I do that? Yeah. Well, not really. Well, kind of. That was right at the start of HyperVerse or something.
Yeah, so the guy that's a partner in it is this guy here.
Oh,
And
Joey.
he's like 17 hours ago he published something. So he's an active, normal person doing stuff. And here they are, all whatever that is. But there's other things like that. There's all these people, looks like on a boat, to be honest. Don't know.
Yep.
Anyway, right. Anyway, so there's a company called colin-star.com.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I will. Is my green screen better now?
Oh, let's have a look. So what we do, first of all, we show you green screen. It's a little bit lighter. Yeah, see, there's more of a contrast for me to cut it out. So now what we can do is turn that on. First of all, what we could do is turn it on, make it that, and then we could actually make it white.
Cut me on, Danny, and then cut me out, Danny.
Right, and then I'm going to go down from 77 to 78. Now, see your microphone? It's just starting to
Go down.
So you need to adjust it so your microphone ain't freckly, because your pupils and your eyes might go a bit crazy.
Okay.
It's like
How's
working with
this?
children.
Is this better?
No, it's like working with children. What about turning your light up on your head? Do you have to do that?
Oh, I think you've done a wonderful job, Danny.
Look, I'll take you to the beach. Susie wants to go to the beach.
I've gone to the beach. Susie's still talking about Colin Star. We've moved on from Colin Star.
Well, you've moved on. We're still talking
Joey,
about it.
Danny.
Look, I want to
Tell
do...
me about Joey. I want to know everything about Joey.
Roy. Do you like Bitcoin, Rodney?
It's pretty good now. You've cut me out. You've gone down on me. You've got me off. You've done everything you needed to do, and it looks fantastic. I feel so much better.
There you go. That's more fitting for you.
He's speechless.
I don't even entertain it. Just saying.
Well, Susie, me at the beach. But before we go to the beach, let's hear all about.
Oh, there we go. I
Colin's...
got rid of your square corners now. Actually, I wonder if I can turn you up. Perspective, normal, blend mode, darken. I can do lighten.
You can do my perspective.
Oh, look, I might be able to do this. Screen. Color. No, they've got rid of you.
Susie just, what the OMG?
Color. That's more like him. That's a better screen for him, isn't it, Susie?
Okay.
And now I can make him auto fly in and out. And border. I can give him a border as well if I want. I'll give him a border, color border.
My screen now looks better than yours, Daniel.
Yeah, that's good, mate. Can't wait to go live on your channel. It's just like, I had like 67,000 subscribers before you come on. They're all gone now.
Meaning 63,000.7.
Yeah, that's good. So now we've still got a flickery screen and like a transparent. It's not too bad. I reckon if you turn your light up one notch, we'd probably nail it,
Can't turn the light up, Danny.
Okay. Hey, you remember the Kenny Everett show? All done on the boss was taste. You would be perfect for that.
Yeah, Danny.
Anyway.
Right,
where are we? Now we're talking about Colin Star.
Yep. I like Colin. He was a real star.
Yeah, so this is still operational, right? Today.
Am I operational, Danny?
And these people in here, Ryan Jew, founder, and his spokesman is this guy here. Right? So I gave that to the Bloomberg because they're doing an article on Sam Lee and stuff. And they thought this was really interesting. So they told me to just come back with a message, which I might have a wee listen to.
I'm going to have to fix up my screen because I tweaked it a little bit, Danny, when you weren't looking.
Oh, okay then. Let's have a look. See if we can get it better. Susie, can you tell him to shut up? Because he's starting to fucking annoy me. Just saying. What What the fuck did you do?
You want to
What
be
the
a
fuck did you do to your screen?
What's the link?
Blue. Look at your shirt. That's better.
That's better.
Uh,
Yeah, that's
what'd you-
going one.
What'd you do? We had it just about. So what you need to do, I'll put it back on. I'll put it where it should be, which is the same as mine. So let's have a go to mine, right? Mine's actually at 56. So I put you at 56. And then theoretically, you should be able to adjust yours to make that picture clear behind you. Do you think you can do that, Rob?
How's that, Dan?
No, not really.
Bloody loop in it. Shouldn't
Well,
have
how
that
come it's got
loop.
that line?
I don't know. Hold on. I'll get rid of it.
I'll just listen.
Yeah, it's got that line. Where's that line come from? I think it's gone now.
Oh, that's better sound.
I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now.
That's better.
Do 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 do. Hey, was Crypto G in here before?
Nah, he's got a life. He won't be in here.
He was, and
no.
Micro certified trainer.
Oh, he's cool.
MCP
Hey,
friend.
I'm in Discord now.
Are you?
Well, they tried to get me on Discord. You'll actually love this. So we've got what have we got? Quirky, Spooky Chicken. So Spooky Chicken's here. Anyway, Colin Star activity seems to be looming, which is quite interesting.
Looming large.
So Spooky Chicken did this really cool video. This is kind of weird having you sitting beside me now, but this is going to be awesome. Because, because I can spin you upside down and hang you from the ceiling. So Spooky Chicken did this video. This is what somebody did to him.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm dry as, man. I need a drink. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, it's quite cool. Really good video. But anyway, he invited me to go along and be part of his Discord thingy. Oh, he's not. You took my post out. Oh, that was my best one. Did you take that out? He must have done. Maybe I didn't get it. Oh, free replies. Oh, he must have taken it out, but I had a really good response to how I love Discord, and I don't. I find Discord the most hardest piece of software to actually use. Yeah. It's interesting. I've just been listening to that message from our reporter from Bloomberg, and I just sort of said things are really sort of coming together more in the scam world. Like these scams are getting, I don't even know how to explain it. They're getting closer together. The dots seem to be joining a lot more. And he sort of thinks maybe because of the elections in America, it seems like a lot of these crypto companies think they've now got a green flag to do their shit, which is really strange. And that's kind of like what it does seem like, because it seems like that now Mr. Trump is actually, seems like endorsing crypto. So a lot of these people that run these Ponzi schemes seem to get it through their thick little head that they are actually working in the crypto industry, but they're not. They are literally running Ponzi schemes, which are stealing money from people. So it wouldn't matter if people were running, running these schemes using real money, crypto, or monopoly money, because at the end of the day, people are using real currency to invest and obviously losing it all. But I thought that was quite interesting. Oh, Rob, there you go. Mate, look, we can do like the two Ronnies now. Now, what we could do is we'll try and find the two Ronnies as a background. Spooky chicken. The looming of... what's she saying? Looming in sophistication. Yeah, Rob, it's a green screen, mate. Congratulations. Yeah, but that is actually, except for your arm right now, I reckon if you had more light on your screen, we would be perfect. And considering, because it's still a bit jumpy, but you can get away with it. I don't know what single mask edges. Do you know what that means?
Single mask.
Because you seem to know everything about this green screen shit.
No, I know. My green screen, not your green screen.
Yeah, it's not a green screen. It's a dark bit of carpet on the wall. Blur background. So if you, is that your pills? Transparent. So I can have this here.
That's
and
right.
I can make your blurry. See, look at that, mate. I can make your background blurry. But you can't do that. And then transparent. Go on. See that bit that comes up? It's a pain, eh? So close. So if I go like that, we'll either have a microphone that flickers or a little bit in the corner. So you just need a bit of light on that screen and that would disappear. Anyway, and also the other thing I haven't done for a wee while is I'll turn my light up. Oh, which one am I working? Oh, all right, that one. So I turned, to give myself the ambience for today, I turned my actual light down. It's normally about 50. So now I'm brighter, probably too bright. And yeah, but no, I'm looking pretty good. You're looking a bit, but what have we got?
Hold on for a moment.
Oh, far out, Rob. What sort of friggin' podcast are you running here? You're off every 10 seconds. Gee, it's hard to find good help these days. You get what you pay for, you know. So now what we need to find is the two Ronnies, really, don't we? But what I could do, without telling Rob, is actually, instead of making his screen square, I can make it square, and that will get rid of the corners. So now I go down to, oh, not that one. I go to wide. I'll make it square. That will get him out of it. And then I will cut out a lot of his bad corners. And then we should be able to get him back. Yeah, and that will probably fix him a bit. But whether he's bigger than me or smaller than me, I don't want him. I want him to be about the same size. Have either of you tested out Croc? Yeah, I have. Have you tried Croc? Yeah, see, if I make you square, that means we're going to lose your arms. I don't think I like square. I think I'm going to go back to, yeah, I'm going to go back to that square and then move you over there. Have you tried out Croc, Rob?
Excuse me?
Have you tried out Croc? You don't know what that is? I think I might even be saying it wrong.
Going that way, Danny.
Right, you do it anyway, you know that's true. All right, so what I was going to do, the two Ronnies. The two Ronnies. Look at that, you search, and imagine being that famous that they went the two and it comes up Rob and Danny. See your flickering screen? It's annoying me. You need light on your screen.
I can't even see what you're looking at.
Two Ronnies.
A little bit. Yeah, well, you need to sort it out properly, Danny.
Well, I've done everything I can. It's just you. You're at 76. I'm going to go to 78. Yeah, there.
Well, I can tell you now that that side that is flickering has actually got more light than the other side.
It's reversed because I've reversed you. That's
no,
what
it's not.
No,
right.
it is.
So I just turned that light on.
See? So if you look at me, because I've got my camera reversed as well, so you naturally, if you naturally look at me, are you looking the right way or the wrong way?
I have to look at you.
Because I can, which way looks natural? Because if I look at you now on the screen, is that the right way or the right way?
No, I have to look at you that way, don't I? Yeah.
So, is that right? Because I've got you around the right way, I think. So the two Ronnies, good night. Good night.
Is it 1:45, Susie?
Could be. Hey,
You're already into Saturday. Is this a YouTube play with tech marathon? Yeah, mate.
All right. Okay, you ready? There we go. Ready? Here we go.
And it's good night from him.
Jesus. What one would you be?
I'll be the fat one.
Well, I've got the glasses, haven't I? Is the other... Oh, he's got glasses as well. So it could be either or. Do you remember them?
Oh, do I remember them? You got to remember Ronnie Barker, that one who's on the screen now, one who was on the screen now. He was arkwright, stuttering. So, yes.
Oh, yeah. Fetch the cloth. Remember with her fake loaves. Gladys. Oh, that Gladys. Gladys Emmanuel. Granville. Is that going to be it? Here she is. And then we had loaves. Loaves? Oh, loaves.
Hold on for a minute.
Where are you going now? Jesus. Loaves. Well, what you don't realise is I used to be called Granville when I was little. They said I looked just like him. A lot of people would say, are you Granville? All right, we'll get this here and we'll see if we can find it. So that's what people used to think I looked like, Granville. Do you remember Granville?
No.
I used to get called Granville.
It's David Jason.
Is it? How is David?
David Jason was in Only Fools and Horses.
God, I'm not going to look up that now. But what about Steptoe and Son? That was quite cool. That wasn't him though, eh? Was any of them in that? Last of the Soul Wine?
No. All right, never watched any of that.
Yeah, but Granville used to be out on his bike.
Black Cat. Oh.
Things happen like that. There he is.
I haven't been in that position since I was 16 3/4.
Right, and then we got...
How do you think my green screen is now?
Well, the best way of finding out that is, to be honest, is to turn that off. So you can see it slightly lighter on one side, but not much. I think that should be perfect. So I should be able to cut it out, but it still needs light. But you're trying to use one light to do everything, but you need another light. That's why I had a lot of problems. So I had two lights, one each side, but I've obviously not got it now.
About your problems, Danny. I wouldn't discuss those on.
But, you know, like in all seriousness, that's actually perfect, because if we go like this, we turn off the transparent, then I can basically put that on there. I can click a button like this, and before we know it, we're in the studio doing, hello, Rob, how are you today? Nice to see you here.
I'm fantastic. Thank you very much for having me along, Danny.
I hear that you've got some vintage. I love your office colours today, Rob. They're looking really good.
Thank you. This time of the month, you get purple colours for free.
I understand you like palm trees.
Only dates.
Oh, you just got some tunnel vision going on there, mate.
Oh, it's going to do the what's it? Who? Doctor Who.
I think the Trump one really suits you, though. Just saying. Yeah.
That dog looks like Steve's.
Yeah, but that's great. Man, we can do something with this. Now, we could actually do something intelligent with this, couldn't we? Well, I don't know what. So we've got the gear now. We've got the podcast mic stuff. We've got all the good gear. You've got your artificial mic that's not... And we could actually do something now. But what are we going to do?
I think we need a panel discussion with about 8 of us on here, and we should talk about everything. to do with you.
This is my panel discussion. I'll just bring it up one. Let's see if I find Rob. There you are.
Changed yet?
What? KMC.
Has the guy got those changed yet?
Don't know what change you're talking about. But theoretically, that there should now go green screen.
It's certain.
Yeah, probably. So go bricks. Oh, I've got bricks. So now go transparent. So now we're both transparent. Oh no, I've got a background. So now I need to give you a background. So now we just need some more people to come online. You should have... Yeah. There you go. So you've got a background, I've got a background. We would have the flashiest Zoom meeting ever.
Oh, and I found out tonight that this mic, I'm pretty sure, is fake.
Oh my God.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That might be why you sound so crap.
Rubbish. No, and apparently, if you go on eBay, it's loaded with fake ones.
Oh.
And I can tell a fake one. Well, I can't absolutely tell a fake one. I'm pretty sure I can tell a fake one now.
Right. So you're an antique dealer and you've just been shafted by somebody selling fake products. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Well, it was ages ago. I've had this mic a long time now.
How long have you been an antique dealer for?
Oh, I don't make too many mistakes in that game. But
how do you know that? Because you've just found out now.
Well, yes, Susie. Yeah, it's bizarre. Apparently, it's like the story behind this is that a person who is trying to get into YouTube asked me what mic I've got, and I said a Shure SM7B, and they said, "Oh, is that the one I should buy?" And I said, "Well, you don't have to buy those." And I said, because they are quite expensive, but you could get a second-hand one. Yeah. And I said, just be careful if you're buying one that you don't buy a fake. Because I've heard on YouTube reviews that there are fakes out there, but I'd never actually gone in to have a look what a fake looks like. They are very, very similar. And of course, the interesting thing with this is that the sound out of this is quite good. And I was watching a guy doing a comparison, and you could tell the difference between the fakes and the real one. But I don't know that
this
I would have
real.
I would have. I don't know that I would have been able to tell the difference a while ago.
Oh, yeah, that would have got me. I loved my mic. I actually, out of all my gear, my mic, I like my Carlos, my lens and my camera as well, I must admit. Hey, you seen double?
Your Carl Zeiss.
Well, it isn't a Carl Zeiss. I thought it was, but it's actually a proper Sony one. I found out the prime lens is actually a Sony lens, not a Carlos.
I know that you talk about scams, and I know that there's a lot of scams everywhere. But can you do me a favor? Can you go to eBay right now?
Okay. Well, if you had a fifth camera, you could do that too. Okay, eBay. Do you like this? This is quite neat that we can do that. Isn't that quite cool? So that's we could have a nine people tune in at the same time thingy, and then I could go to the two look. There we are. Now we're in two looks, and then I can go to the screen look, and now we're both transparent. Oh, look, Rob's come back with it. We're making transparent. There he is. Okay, so we're going to eBay. eBay.
Yeah, okay. You go to eBay.
eBay.com.
Yep.
All right. You're going to make me spell Shure, aren't you?
Yep. SHURE.
Yep. SBM7.
S7B.
Isn't it funny? The first one that comes up is the S7B because that's obviously the most popular one that people are searching for because it's the best mic in the world. Not like my mic. I've got two of these mics, by the way. Alrighty. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, just to put this into context here, and what I'm about to tell you could be wrong. But I've done a bit of research.
It's all right. It's my channel, Rob. So it's me who's going to get
Yeah.
sued for broadcasting it. You just go and lie
On
your
that
teeth away.
screen, don't increase the size.
Okay.
So if you go back to where you were, so on that screen you'll see 3. Don't increase the size. Don't
I know. I'm just
increase the size.
I'm just doing what you do to me when I'm asking you to be serious. It's all right.
Okay.
I'll just reset
So
it. Yep. I'm here now.
if
Yep.
you have a look at the boxes, you'll see that the top 2 are black and white,
Yep.
and you'll see the third one is black and white and green.
Yep.
So I will try to explain this. It won't make much sense. But someone sent me a link to a brand new short SM7B being listed on TradeMe. And it had a black, white, and green box. And I thought, oh, that actually could be the right one. So I went and got my box because, of course, my one must be real, I thought. So I'll go and have a look at my one. And my one's just black and white. And that kind of started the whole ball rolling of where I started second guessing whether I had a real mic. And it is really bizarre because you go online and they actually undo the back of one of these mics and the wires in there are a certain color. But this is where it gets really confusing. If you go on AI, it says the wires are supposed to be black and white. But if you actually had a look when he was taking the back off a real one, I think they're black, white, and yellow or something like that. And my one are black, white, and yellow. But then he took off the other one, and I think it had reds and blues in there or something.
Who took it off?
But then
On the video. On the video, you mean?
Yeah, all these people that have done videos have done comparisons between known to be real ones and known to be fake ones, but all the fake ones are not exactly the same. So it gets really confusing. And apparently all of the authentic ones are not exactly the same with the wiring color. But the one thing that is the kicker is that on those boxes they'll have a serial number.
Yeah.
And sure, from what I can gather, used to have a serial number checker to see whether it's the right one. And if you enter in the serial number and there's a whole pile of them come up as being registered, then it's obviously a fake and they've reused the number each times. But if your number doesn't come up at all, then it's not real either. But it just gets really confusing. But the short thing is that when you go onto eBay and you see all those prices that are around about $200, $250, $160, all of those mics are $500-$600 mics second hand, or $800-$900 new,
with the brand new box. So it's the good old saying it sounds too good to be true. It often is.
Yeah. So there's so many of them on there that are new, and there's no way they could have got them at those prices.
Wow, boy, they've got lots of videos about it, though, haven't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is the short invitation for short? Well, that's a shame. Well, I'd love to. Oh, now, do you know the video of where the sound was different? Oh, there you go. So that's the copper thing where you pulled it apart. But you didn't have a copper thing like that, did you? You had a plate that was...
the copper thing. All right, and this is where it gets actually really confusing. If you unscrew that, one place... I'll put that actually really close. One place says that those screws are supposed to be hex screws and not Phillips screws. But then apparently another is that they are supposed to be Phillips screws. And mine
Hey, you should do a video just to screw everyone up and just make up a whole lot of false claims. And then that's probably what people have done.
You honestly could, because I think I'm pretty clued up and I was going through it. And the more I watched it, the more I thought, well, maybe it is, maybe it's not, maybe it is, maybe it's not. Still sounds good. It still sounds. And what this guy was saying is that, the fakes are still good microphones. They're just not quite as good as the original.
Yeah.
And you can hear that. But I know that when I was trying to listen to Mike videos at the start, I couldn't hear a lot of the subtleties. And at the end of it, as long
I
as
heard
everybody...
that the Shore 7 actually has a lot of problems with ducking.
I don't believe that's true. Unless it's user error at the other end, of course.
I don't know if mine's a BB40. So this is a quality microphone. That's what I've got.
Hold on for a minute.
Yep. Where you going now?
We can perform a scientific experiment live on air. Wait on.
All right, another one. I was trying to play around with standard voice isolation. Wonder if we can... Oh, my God, what have I done?
Okay, so this is Shure SM7B. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Rob. How are you today?
Good, thank you. Rhetorical answer. Oh, hello.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rob. This is speaking on a Rode Pod mic.
It's completely different. But...
Completely different sound.
Yeah, it is. But it's not bad. It's just different. I think it sounds tinnier to me. Do it again.
Yeah. Hello. So Rob Woolley, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
See, I reckon it needs what do they call that boost thing in it? You have the
And this is Rob Woolley, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
yeah, it definitely sounds better, more bass in
Yeah.
it. But I can I don't know if you can hear this now, but if I want to, I can turn my bass up. So I should have more bass now. Do I sound completely different now? Testing 1, 2, 3. So if I'm talking, don't get a straight answer, do you, when you ask for other questions? So now I've got more treble. So I've got more treble, but I'm adjusting that. But I think I sound more trebly. But if I put myself back to boring mode, testing 1, 2, 3.
You got a microphone.
And I also have a compressor condenser thingy I just turned off. But I'm wondering if that sounds better or worse. Testing 1, 2, 3. And now I'm turning it on in real time. And then you've got a low cut filter. That doesn't do anything. A limiter.
No, the low does.
Okay.
Okay. Here, how's this? All right.
Hey, this could be a YouTube thing. We could do microphone testing. That could be a new channel.
Here is where I think I definitively... Hello.
Oh, that sounds better.
Now I'm starting to second guess myself. What have I done here?
And also, if you talk direct, like some people talk into the microphone like this, will make it sound different. Then I speak about a foot away from, well, probably half a foot away from my mic. So if you talk on the mic, it does make a difference.
Too sure. I'm not too sure what I've done here, actually. But
turning the bass off altogether. What do I sound like now? Do I sound any different? Because I've turned my tone off altogether. I don't know if I sound better or worse, actually, because I've never actually had it off and on. I've never actually had it off, Rob. And now I've turned it off. Now it's off. I think I like it better. You can put more bass. Yeah.
You got to be speaking continuously. Whatever you've had it on, generally, I'd leave it on because it sounds good.
Rob thinks I've got good voice.
On this microphone here, this is with the processing set up. And I'm going to talk and I will say the alphabet. And when I get to G, I will click the processing off. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So I clicked it off. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Ducking.
14, 15.
It seemed to a good duck at the end. Do it again with the other one on.
That's with the processing on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is with the processing off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it seems like less sort of background noise. Is that what the processor would do?
On
See that duck then? Love to figure out what's doing the ducking though, because that would be quite cool.
Yeah, I think if there's anything you're in that makes any noise, it ducks all the other sound coming in. But the interesting thing is that if I have what they call a high pass filter and a noise gate on, this mic sounds completely different.
Set up with. I'm going Zoom. I'm going to try ChatGPT here. P8 pod.
I've heard of that.
Pod track, because I have different. We have both got different setups. I have never had a Shure. I've never used a fake Shure 7 microphone. I've bought a real BB audio. But what I'm thinking of doing, if I go for a best setup for a Zoom P8 pod track, essential setup, audio tech to BB40. Okay, placement, both boom arm and shock mount. Pop filter, I've got one of those. So if you look at that thing there means I can hit the mic, and if I go Peter Pickle People Papa Pickle Puka Puka, it doesn't go puh and doesn't go off the. Yeah, that's what the sock does. So that's called. Some people have a sock filter, and the beauty of these mics for me is the fact that you don't need that stupid screen thing in front of your face, so you don't spit on it. A spit guard they call that anyway, isn't it? So a pop filter works better than me. Gain requirements. The BP40 requires a good amount of gain. So where do you get the gain from, Rob?
Well, you can get it a couple of places actually. The gain, you can just actually raise your gain level, but if you put a compressor on, that essentially puts your gain up as well.
Well, we don't have gain because I have comp DSESS, I have tone, and then I have mic preamp. Is the preamp the gain?
Yeah, if you hold on.
I think it is actually. It's when when I'm talking, if it goes into the red, I've got too much gain. It's nothing to do with the, well, I call it volume, but there's another word for it, isn't it? So I can turn up really loud, and now I should be loud.
So gain on a microphone is the same as ISO on a camera.
Oh, now you're confusing me.
So basically means that the sensor on a camera, like if you turn the ISO up, it makes the sensor more sensitive to light. And on a gain, if you turn the gain up on a microphone, it makes the microphone more sensitive to sound. So if you want to do studio, you kind of have your gain reasonably low because you just want to pick up the sound source that's quite close to the mic and not anything that is in another room. But then you turn the volume up. And if your volume is too high, it can clip. Well, actually, that gets tricky, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting though because I've got a volume knob here, and if I go just literally 2 millimeters higher, it will start sounding like see, that's quite high now. I'm too high, and then I just go. I normally have it I don't normally have it there, but I have it just above it, and then I can just start hearing myself coming through my ears because I've got earplugs on. Yeah. Headphones. Use black headphones. Close back headphones. Cloud filter. Noise reduction. Use gate.
Yeah, see that cloud lifter or fathead, that's because some dynamic mics are really low in sound and you need to amplify the sound, otherwise you can't use it. And that's why you have a preamp on a dynamic mic as well, and you don't need one on a condenser.
It's quite good though with ChatGPT though, really. I mean, look what I put, best setup with Zoom P8, and then I didn't even put I just put BP40 Audio Technica. I didn't put microphone.
Yeah, I've started to find the flaws in AI in the last week. And
we had this conversation when it first came out though, Rob, didn't we, eh?
No, these are the real flaws in AI.
Okay.
That if you ask it to do something where it can go and do research on 1 or 2 levels, it'll be able to do it. But if you're asking it to delve down deeper, it can't. And I mean, it can't. And so, for example, if you said, I have a temperature and I have a tight chest, it will be able to work out what a temperature could mean, and it will be able to work out, are any of those related to a tight chest? Do any of them go together? So that's just basically on one level. But if you were to ask it...
What's up? My name is Matthew Stratton, helping you create music.
Sorry, Rob.
Yeah, if you were to say, I have a temperature, a tight chest, and I want to know all of the mechanics that go together to cause both of those things in my anatomy, blah, 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 it'll totally F out. I've actually had it where I've asked it to summarize the news, and it will go and do it. But because it's drawing from multiple sources, it will come up with like 10 headlines, but 3 of them may be exactly the same. And then you ask it to analyze and provide extra background information. It'll come up with 5, and it's cut the other 5 out. And you say, no, I want the other 5, and it just won't do it. It'll just repeat with 5 over and over and over again. So I've kind of worked out that if you want it to write a script, ask it to write a script in depth, but on one narrow topic, and it will do it pretty well.
All right, so we've just done that now. So what we've done is we've gone to ChatGPT and we've asked it for the best setup with the Zoom P8 pod track and then BB40 Audio Technica, right? And we've got this here, and now we've gone to Cork. Nothing essential gear.
I actually used this to set up my Rode specifically for this mic.
All right. What, you mean Cork, whatever it's called? Krog?
No. Oh, is that what you're on?
Yeah, so what I've done, I've gone to ChatGPT black, and white is, sorry, ChatGPT is white and Krog black, which is black. But it looks like this has given us more information. Far more information.
Yeah, I think it'll be, because I've heard a few conversations around AI when DeepSeek came out, and it seems to be that it's not about more information, it's about whether it's better information. But it seems to be that there are some AIs that are good at one thing and not others, etc.
Right, I got one for you, Rob. Who is Danny de Hek, right? So let's go here, and we'll do it. Right. So, and I'll tell you where it's got this. It's got 15 web pages. And if you look at where it's got it from, off Facebook, which I've been banned on, YouTube, Crunchbase, whatever that is, my own website, Bartchart. So actually, it's basically nothing. So
you're highlighting a classic thing there. Now, I had a discussion a few days ago with a person who believes in a lot of conspiracies. And they said,
that is.
Don't go to mainstream media, go to other sources. This here is actually highlighting the fault with that, because you've created your own website, which is linked to a lot of other things. And so you've gone to search yourself, and it's basically coming up with the data that you wrote about yourself.
And that's exactly my point months ago, is that I were searching for people who I had wrote information about. And because when I publish a blog, I published one blog and it goes on 6 different blog sites. When I do a YouTube video like this, sometimes I strip out the audio and make it a podcast. My podcast gets restreamed on 7 different podcast websites. Each of those podcast websites has a description I can add into. And it's really weird. And then what I was finding is that my what am I trying to say? My questions were coming from my own content answers, which is.
If you had opened up each of those websites, you as a human would work out this is probably all my own stuff. But AI doesn't seem to be able to work out that this is actually basically the same content spread out over several websites. And I think, when you're getting a lot of we won't call it misinformation, but when you get somebody who is creating a lot of information and they're spreading it out all over social media, websites, etc., and it's getting talked about, it's going to be dragged up as if it's true because it's on so many places.
Well, let's try this. This is a brilliant example. So obviously this video was originally about Craig. And so the first thing that comes up, if you put Craig scam, and I'm just using that because if I put Craig, he comes up, but obviously I've called him a bit of a scammer. So in here, you can see that this is me, this is me, this is me, this is me. Well, it might not be me. That's me. So if I went to in search and went to here, and I come down here and go, who is Craig Wotton? And that one, and then we'll go to Cork, and we'll go, who is Craig Wotton? And then we go back here, searching the web. So it tells you it's searching the web though, but normally, wasn't it at one stage coming up with references where it was getting the content from? That's kind of how we figured it out, wasn't it? But I could read the content and go, so...
Yeah, but it searches the web, but there may not be anybody who's actually written anything in depth except for the one source that's spread around. And of course, a lot of, the groups that we're seeing in the last few years, they may have a group of people that are reading the same article and then they're sharing it and then they're commenting on it, etc., etc.
So it's going to destroy the news because it's just going to be watered down, regurgitated content. But this one here is quite interesting because if you look here, we've got the first thing that's grabbed is from Facebook, which is his own shit. Instagram, which is the same shit but regurgitated because they're both owned by the same company. I don't know who DNP.com is. YouTube, Instagram again, and then it comes to an article that I've written in Spotify about him, and it's my content.
Okay, yeah.
And then he's involved with this company that we've just been talking about tonight. So it's got, it says, what has engaged in discussions on financial crimes, notably conducted by an interview with Danny de Hek, which is interesting. That's my own podcast, where that was before I started investigating them. And then when you go back to here, we've got a novel, and it tells us all the different places from 15 different places. So wonder if it's wrote him in a bad light or a good light. All depends on how up to date their sources are.
Yeah, the other one was quite neutral. So what about this one here? So just scroll up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say that's bad, but hard to understand a little bit of it.
It doesn't flow, actually. It's hard when you've been using one and I know it so well. Like I live on ChatGPT.
I don't get how it says, like this Craig Wotton story intersects with financial fraud activism, echoing de Hek. Why is your name in there?
Echoing de Hek's own persona. I don't know. Unless I go to these articles that it's grabbed from. So it's grabbed my podcast. So above my head, you'll see SoundCloud. And this is exactly what I was saying. So if you search for the keyword I've used, Craig Wotton, it now is probably grabbed, that's grabbed the wrong person, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, there was one, I can't remember which one it was now, that said that there seemed to be multiple Craigs out there.
Yeah. I think that would be, to me, that would horrify me if I was going to try to make a story out of that.
Yeah, as Susie said, it has a bias now because it's all your content. And the thing that came to my mind just when we were doing that was Gary Vaynerchuk, where he says smash out content. And you can actually see the way that AI is going and how superficial it is. Because this is the thing. It isn't seeming to... it's picking up the superficial stuff and combining it, but it's not delving down. Has all this come from the same place? Is it reliable? It has got a flaw in it.
But I think you can figure that out. Like I can use this to my advantage. Like let's say the Craig stuff. So I've got a novel going way back. Every bit of information I've got about Craig is all in one place here. And I just basically, when I say, look, I need a YouTube title and a description, and also if I've been given it other information along the way, like here's my 20 questions I did today. And then I said, oh, they're so good, can you make that whole 20 questions into a blog? So first of all, I come along and said, I've got to interview him. Could you please grab me 20 questions? So it comes out and spits out the 20 questions that I'd want to ask him. And then I added some additional information that update, and then it spat them out again. And then I've gone through and said, oh, can you add some additional information I found out about blah, blah, blah. And then it rewrote them all again. And I'm quite happy doing that. So that's sort of what I do. And with the Megan and Regan stuff, now I've got so much information on her. I have to wait ages for it to load because it likes overloading my computer, which is quite okay. However, what I'm trying to say is I actually wrote a friggin' novel of a blog the other day, and it took me 7 or 8 hours probably in total to write this whole blog because I wanted to timeline everything that's happened. So if I went to this YouTube terminated my Ponzi Scheme Avenger channel, fight against scammers or fraud, in here, this whole podcast, this whole blog is a marathon. And if you want to find out what happened, I send reporters to this page. So I've had denial server attacks. So I've had my podcast host trying to take down my content. I show the correspondence I've had with them. And then I go down to legal battles I've had. Then I have other social media transactions between Facebook and Zoom. And then I've had people set up channels, YouTube channels. So I wrote the whole lot in one great big long blog, but that blog got too long for ChatGPT to edit because it was overloading its brain. So since I wrote this, though, it's been quite good because I've managed to get a WordPress website removed. I've managed to find that GoDaddy won't remove a website unless you get a court injunction. So this one here was hosted on WordPress. They go, oh, very sorry, we'll remove that straight away. Thank you, WordPress. You're a good organization to hang out with. But then you go to this website, which has my images, my logo, and claims that this website is me. So I go there as me, and I tell them that it's not me because I am me, and here's my real website, and they won't remove these images or me from the internet, which is ridiculous. So I have to get a court injunction to get my own website removed off GoDaddy. It's as stupid as that. So it's just frustrating. And the photographer was my partner who took that. That's me. And that's me. Quite funny, really. But yeah, you just can't get this content removed without a court injunction. So it doesn't really bother me, but unless there's another guy, Kent Gamble, WF, Global. If I'd, and he's got people doing YouTube videos about him at the moment because he's really busting these guys. So he's the guy that invited us to this global conference, and I'm actually in this photo. See, there I am. Yay. But yeah, he's got people writing content up about him on YouTube, and he reckons it's going to cost him $8,000 to get it removed. You know, this is how ridiculous the world's getting. If you can't get your own content removed off these web servers without getting a court injunction every time somebody fires up a WordPress website. But it does actually have advantages. And you might not realise what that is, but the advantage is that people can't remove our content either. So here's a reputable brand called Liquid Pay. Liquid Pay? Elquid Pay, what the frig is that name? And they're doing a denial server attack against this website. That's why we've got that software on here, because it keeps getting attacked. And because they're trying to get this website offline, but they can't, which is freaking hilarious. What are you doing, Rob? Oh, look at that. Big flash stuff. Oh, look at that. Oh, so you put your boom back. Have you not had your boom before? Can you try doing it without your mic in it? Like, you can't put it low enough like me, eh?
Well, I am quite happy to have it in the shot.
Why would you want a big ugly mic in front of your face for? Just saying.
I pretend it's I'm an ice cream.
Oh, wow. That's good. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed, I think. It's 2:30 in the morning. I can't stay up all night talking to you. I think this is a good exercise, though. But now we could come up and do something decent. We could do something like a proper talkback show. Because we can do this thing where we just click a button now and we go into... There we go, look at that. What's the sound like? Talking, I'll tell you what it's like. Because I'm not... If I talk like that, I do sound a lot better. But I sort of talk with it like that. Does that sound good? Say it again.
I said, hello, how are you?
No, it's too echoey. You've got to need it. I think you need it to your voice to hit it square on somehow. Hello. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I think it would be nice to talk like this. It's time to sleep for both of you. I'm not going to bed with Rob. Just saying, Susie.
It's
nice to have you here, though, Suze.
How's that?
Excuse you?
Is that any better?
It's time to go to bed. It's time to sleep. Hold up, I'm just reading Susie's comment. What did I say, right? Whoop. It's time to sleep for both of you. Excuse you? Oh, that's right, I burped. That should sound brilliant if you wanted to be like that.
My voice sounds fantastic. Anyway, Danny.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm used to in your cheap rip-off microphone. Must be like gutting to know that you've got a 700, 800. How much did you pay for it then?
No, I didn't pay that much. I think I paid about 500 for it.
Oh, you did pay a bit. See this here though, my mic, right? See how I have it long like that?
It looks a lot better when it's in front of your face.
Yeah, but what my point is, you've got your contraption. Why don't you put your microphone like that?
Are you going to keep me company while I work?
Oh,
I think
work, Susie.
This will be on all night.
But do you have to have it hanging down like that? Like, can't you have it like that?
Like that. Normally?
Yeah, that's better. So I have mine's right in front of me now.
So I can have it right there and look really inconspicuous talking to it, like you won't have any idea that I've got a microphone here, would you?
But when you're like that, talk now?
Hi, Danny. How are you today?
No, it's too far away. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Wonder why mine picks up. Maybe because I've got the genuine one and you've got and it hasn't quite got all the dynamics on it.
Because you've turned your gain up.
Yeah, but I don't sound too echoey, do I? I mean, obviously, I'm going to sound better if I'm talking right in the mic like this, but I don't really want to be... If I was a radio guy, I'd be talking to you like this, and you'd have a nice...
Gain up. Because
But
when
with
you
the-
talk, you've got your gain up, you sound like shit.
Right, but I sound like I normally do, don't I? You tell me my voice is great, but my microphone's not right on me.
How your mic is usually used,
That's
and
it.
usually sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I normally do it now.
I can increase this. So, for example, if I did that, do I sound any better now?
Too much treble.
So hold on. So I pull that back down.
So can you turn your ISO up and your shutter speed down?
Hold on.
Hold on.
So how?
You've turned your gain up quite high, but you need more bass. Whatever you do.
I could turn the bass around, but it depends. Yeah.
Not
like
far
it's
away though. And that is slightly better, but you've turned your gain up. Is that what you've done?
Yeah, and I don't really want it all the way out there.
Yeah, but that might be sometimes a creature of habit stuff, is it not? Because I think it looks better without you. I personally like no mic in the picture because sometimes my camera will focus on the bloody mic. But that's not too bad. What's that like? Try that now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should hold on for a minute.
Okay. Let me play some music while we're waiting. It's very good, very good. There we go. It's very loud. Both sound good on the mic. Thank you very much, Susie. Very magical. But when I start playing this sort of stuff, does that sound normal, Susie? Like this starts ducking when I do this stuff. So if I go, I know who you are. I know who you are. I know what you have done. Know what you've done. And if you're thinking of escaping with people's investments, I can assure you, there's nowhere you can hide. What I possess is a specific set of skills honed over a lifetime of unraveling financial deceit. Skills that make me a living nightmare for fraudsters like you. If you return the investments now,
don't be a pussy.
That will be the end of it.
Don't be a pussy.
I won't pursue you. I won't track you down. But if you choose not to,
don't be a
I
pussy.
will find you. I will expose you. And I will assure you face the full force of the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger.
Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy.
I know who you are. I know what you've done. Oh, it's on a loop. But I was wondering if that was consistent, even. So you're breaking up now. What?
You're loud.
Oh, well, that is loud, though. So if I play that now. Salutation. I know who you are. That's probably better at that, I know what you have done. Yeah. If you're is that a better sound, Suze? Of escaping with people's investments? Yeah. Yeah. It's tricky, isn't it? You just got to play around with it until you get it right and then don't touch the fucker. Hey, rock and roll. Did you like that one, though?
Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy.
I haven't got meow. I have to look. We'll see what else I've got. And it's back to Rob. Welcome to the show tonight. We've got our entertainment here, and we have got a lot of good...
I might have to spend the next week buying a new microphone.
A new microphone?
New old mate.
Jesus, that'd be funny. Well, I don't mean funny. And Rob is going off to bed. He's leaving us alone on the internet. He will be getting himself undressed. He'll be going to the loo. He'll do his hair, and then he'll go to bed. Stuff like that. But I don't know if that sounds any good. I must have a listen to it, because it used to sound really, really cool. And then we've got explosions. And sometimes it's just, Rob, not now. I'm shooting Rob. Susie, don't get excited. Not that I know you will. Oh, dear. Round 3. Next question. Hey, is that your bells I hear ringing? Well, I think that was quite successful, actually. What happened there? Hello.
How does it sound right now, Susie? Or is that too loud?
I'll get rid of my space invaders. Good to go.
Hello. Hello, this is Rob. And we're talking about... I can actually... It has changed somehow. I can't... I wonder
See,
I'm
Susie's with me,
room.
mate. She's saying you're picking up too much background noise, sound bouncing, instead of it just picking up the Colonel's voice.
I wonder if that's...
it might have been me playing around.
No, it's not, because I know before. I'm not too
my
sure
white
what's
cuffs. Look at this shirt. Isn't it funny?
It's like one of those dancing shirts, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it could be. That could be what it is. I could be like Darth Vader. Let me do your leader.
Yes. How about if I do that, Susie? Is that any better?
I think you got to have it straight on like that, mate. That angle.
I do wonder if it's because I'm coming through on Danny's channel as well.
I wonder if I can do that with your sound. Hold it. What have I got? Audio system. Where are you? Guest. So you're a guest. I can mute him.
Anyway, I got to go to bed. So chat later. Till next time. Hustler Vista. Bye for now. Auf Wiedersehen. Sayonara. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Just go away. Can you go away?
No, you were fine before. What are you talking about? Who was? Where was?
I love the way Rob's, all the problems that Rob may have, even with the green screen that I've managed to perfect since he's been here, all comes back to me not knowing what I'm doing. Right. Rest well. All right. And I can just do this, and Rob doesn't know. I can just turn him off. So he's muted now. See? He's quiet. Oh, he's back. All right, Mr. Sleep Man. See ya. That's cool. Well, that's good night from him. Good night from me. Hope you enjoyed that. It was a bit of a rumble jumble. As I said, Craig Wotton, if you want to get your money back, go see Craig. He'll take more of your money. Oh, dear. So there I am, black man. And look, my white cuffs. They're pretty snazzy. So I was invited to go to a 50th birthday party, and it was 1950s era. That's how it worked. And I had to buy a shirt. So I paid $10. It's my $10 op shirt. And then my friend, that was her 50th birthday, she got COVID. And she couldn't have her celebrated her 50th birthday. So I've been waiting for an opportunity to wear the shirt. It's the first time I wore my shirt with a white collar. Hey, I could be mistaken as a priest, though, couldn't I? Could be like the Danny the priest, the Grim Reaper, coming after you. Thanks, Susie. Nice to see you here. Hope you've enjoyed your day at work. I'm going to go get some bed, sleep, and I'm going to get up in the morning and go for another 5K run, which will be maybe my 4th run for the week. What the hell's happening? Hey, it's good night from me and good night from him. He's gone already, but I'm still here. Thanks, Admiral. Rest well. I'm Danny de Hek, a.k.a. the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, here to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or scam. We'll see you in the next broadcast. See you guys.